I don't know.
204, yes.
All right, what's up? Hello, YouTube. Just make sure we're recording on everything.
A vajankle. Oh my god. Why?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh.
The difference between a standard or an upgraded penis for your model.
You guys are just like what?
Hey, don't not even me.
What website is this that you guys found that you
Synthetic.
synthetic?
Synthetic. Like synthetic, but like it's not SYN, but
SYN?
SIN.
SIN.
Like
Synthetic. Okay.
synthetic.
Yeah. Thanks for looking this up.
It looks like a serial killer just went out and just chopped up body parts and now is selling them. Like it's the legs. The legs with hooks creeps me out.
I can't get over vajankle.
Did you look at the dicks? Look, they're scary.
I clicked it off because I was
I'm
relatively.
glad you guys are yelling all of this.
I'm back. Let me look. Hold on.
Go to the gallery
I'm looking gallery.
and go down to penis details.
How did I not see that?
Single density and flaccid.
Jesus Lord. Oh, it's an uncut one. Nice. Packer style. What the fuck?
There's one where he's just stretching the balls. He's just stretching the balls of the synthetic dicks.
Dildo style.
Like that's creepy. That's just creepy.
Oh my god.
That is really creepy. So why do you keep looking at it?
Flaccid flaccid circumcised.
It's like when you see like an accident and you can't look away.
So is this like a
I'm so glad I'm recording this.
is this like an adult like Barbie doll? You can like change out body parts. Like
It's like a serial killer's wet dream.
I'm not feeling this penis today. Like I actually just want an uncut penis today.
All right, let's see if the notification works. Yay!
You
it
can
works.
make a custom one. I really want to make neck ass.
Erect 11-inch. That's it. I can't.
Cue to mute phones and computers. All right, let me just test levels on this. So,
Erect 7-inch cut.
So Spider
Erect 7-inch uncut.
with a characteristic
What are
black
the
body and the red
accessories?
hourglass.
I wonder if it
males.
I wonder if it
only about
moves
half.
like an uncut. Like it's supposed to.
Well, that bothers me.
Like, can you peel the skin back? Can you?
I don't know.
I want to know.
Go watch a video on it.
Is there a video?
I still don't understand why you guys are like still have this website open. You're like, oh, this is terrifying. It makes me feel upset. Let's keep scrolling through.
You know
it.
what? But it's like it's making me wonder. Like, why does this exist? Like, why is this a thing?
Oh, I understand the curiosity, but it's like, you know, you can stop torturing yourself anytime you want.
Could you imagine if this was your job? Like, what would you go home and tell your parents? Like, yeah, I make synthetic
What about all the people
penises.
who work for Bad Dragon?
That's different though, because those are just dildos. You're not making lifelike replicas of dicks and
All
like.
of their content was deleted off of Dailymotion, so their website has all their videos and it says content deleted.
Off of Daily Motion? Wow, I'm pretty sure that's pretty hard to do.
Makeup for dolls. Oh my god, that's creepy.
Place your order after logging in by clicking this link.
All right.
I'm clicking this link.
Why are you doing this on my internet?
Because it's not mine.
I hope this website is IPv6 so that it's going through a tunnel, because I don't want...
I want to know how much these things cost.
Get a quote.
I'm not logging. I'm not going to make a login for this friggin' website.
Please make an account. No.
No, I just want to know.
There's
like,
a
can I
video
just-
for them applying makeup, and she's just holding a severed head, and she's just, this is gonna make it look pretty.
You can get tattoos for them.
Yeah, you can get tattoos for them.
Custom tattoos for your lifelike synthetic sex doll.
All right. Time to make a tweet.
Prices. Oh, there we go.
Well,
Wow!
the vajankle was like $500 in itself, so I'm assuming a full sex doll is probably like $2 or $3 grand.
No.
5.
Yes. 6, actually.
$6,000?
6,000.
You know how much shit I can get for $6,000?
The base price for a female?
I could get a fursuit, a 4K broadcast camera with a lens
Okay, this is weird.
for the same amount of money as that fake ankle with a vagina in it.
A female full body synthetic costs $5,750. The males start at $5,900. Why is the males more? You think the male would be easier? Like you don't have to make like boobs and shit.
Nice.
Just saying.
You have to add hair to the males, though. They add hair to them.
Females don't have hair.
I'm assuming the female sex dolls don't, unless they ask to add hair to the legs and arms. I mean, if you want a
I imagine you have to add a little bit just to make it realistic.
just hairy tits.
The options, though. Additional head, $650.
Additional head.
Yeah.
I want a 3-headed one.
Custom body, custom head.
Wait,
Freckles, customized. This
wait,
is
how
weird.
are you customizing? Let's see.
Breast enlargements, $500. We do not recommend the enlargements because they do not typically they're not typically very visually obvious, and they make the breast firmer. Tan lines. You can get tan lines.
Fangs. You can have them have fangs, cat eyes, forked tongues, special horns,
That's actually kind of cool.
canine teeth,
Heat.
heat.
Built-in heat is not recommended for inserts.
Wait, so like they're like warm, so like you can touch them,
Heat.
they're fleshy?
I'm guessing for like the parts. So like when you're fucking them, it's like warm.
Right.
So
So,
it's
they have
like
like
you're
they have like a
actually-
little heater in it so that it's like it's fleshy.
Customize every option.
Oh,
Do you
God.
want protruded nipples, puffy nipples.
Heat warms the anal and vaginal entries only. Do not play with the doll.
I'm
or
just
put it in
letting you
water.
guys go. I'm
do
just
not put
letting
it
you.
Do not play with the doll. What?
or put it in water when plugged in.
Picture someone just getting electrocuted and dying in a tub with a fake sex doll.
Transsexual attachments for female dolls.
So guys, this website that they're going over is Synthetics, SINTHETICS.com.
Extra penises for the male doll. $99. That's not bad for an extra penis.
Only $99. You
Wow.
can have a very extra.
I'd-
if you're
I'd-
paying $6,000
I'd pay
for a doll,
$99.
anyways.
I'd pay $99 for an
What's an
extra
extra
dick.
$100 to have all the penises you want? Like,
I'll have a wall of penises.
isn't that cheaper than a bad dragon?
That is, I think that is actually cheaper
See?
than a bad dragon.
So just get an extra penis and you're fine.
Could you imagine just having a wall of dicks? What is if that was like your art piece?
I'm feeling this dick today.
You walk into a room and there's just dicks.
There's actually, I feel like there's actually a porn piece about that on FA, but it's like all different species though. I don't know.
You can see more details here.
How much longer are you guys gonna be doing this? I'm just curious.
I like how he's pain in the ass. Like that's pretty funny.
The options just keep going.
There are so many options.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep letting you guys have fun here, and at some point we'll.
The vajankle is at $175 with no shoes.
The
No shoes.
vajankle with no shoes.
It's $175.
The feet creep me out. To be
But why-
honest,
why
out of
are-
everything, the feet creep me out the
feet-
most.
why do they-
I can't. I don't know. Like the hanging legs.
One vajankle, one vajankle and one standard leg are $299.50.
Can you just get a dick and a vajankle and just start fucking them?
For a lot of money, apparently, yes.
I'd get my male doll of vajankle just so like when he's like chilling there, I'll just like put it over his junk, and so there's just like a foot hanging there. I think that'd be great.
You can customize the whole thing, so you can make just like a gigantic, like huge bellied anything. We can make neck ass.
We could. I really wonder. I'm looking at like the postage, like
The postage. Could you imagine getting that
that's what I'm
shipped in the
saying.
mail?
What kind of box does it come in? Like
A coffin.
Is it assembled like full body length, big person, or is it like
Some assembly
Some
required
assembly.
is the most terrifying thing I've heard this entire time. Here's a box of body parts. Build it yourself.
some assembly required?
Where does the dick
Not
go?
for the vajankle though. Could you imagine somebody that doesn't know anatomy? They put it all together and like, they do it all wrong.
Like IKEA. There's like missing parts.
The directions are all convoluted.
They're Chinese.
you have extra hardware.
They like label all the parts like A, B, C, D, but they're all out of order later.
Payments. Oh, there's payment plans if you want. Let me see. Oh, I tried to go to the...
Okay, question: is anybody else having issues with video? Because I've got one person saying there's echoing, which nobody else says there's echoing, and then I got one person who says that my computer keeps trying to stop the feeds. That's the second person that says that. Guys, if the video feed's doing that, just either switch to HD if you're on SD, or switch to SD if you're on HD, or use the audio stream. Video smooth as butter for one person. No echo for me. I'm
You just
cool
need a
with video.
minimum of a $2,000 deposit, and the rest can be paid in later time.
I did not see that.
There's a layaway plan.
oh,
Layaway for dicks.
huh?
A dick away.
A dick away. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, guys, if videos fuck it up, use the audio stream. It's weird that, like, some people are... HD stream works fine. Another person says SD works fine, so I don't know, guys.
Dick layaway.
Well, then, Bandit, use your own IRC client. What does HD stand for? High definition. The HD video feed is 720p 5994.
You can get custom labias.
Okay.
Heart shape built
All
in.
right, you guys ready to start the show?
Extra long labia insert.
All right, not yet.
Extra large clit, tiny labia built in.
With built-in features. Oh, this is the skin tones. Espresso.
You can get
cocoa, mocha,
custom-
coffee, dulles, chai, honey, caramel, latte, peaches, cream, and milk.
You can get custom nipples.
Yeah, you can get the nipples inside.
Small puffy areola with longer nipples.
I would
That
want to
looks
just...
like it looks like a sausage.
If I had money, I just want to create a monster. Like the most like I don't even
like-
know.
Extremely scary.
I'm gonna load up all the news music while we're getting ready here, so that we're ready for that segment when that happens. There we go. Active looping.
Order form. I'm not logging in. No, never mind.
You should
Fuck.
probably log in.
No, I'm not making. No. No. Nope.
Bandit, because I don't know why nobody else seems to complain about it, but just first of all, Bandit, what browser are you using? That could be why.
I'm using Internet Explorer.
If you're using Internet Explorer, I literally don't care about what problems you have. That's your fault. Sorry. Just saying. Chrome. Okay, so Bandit, I use Chrome, and I don't have any issue with the chat, so that's weird. Try maybe clearing your cookies or something, I don't know. Or use an incognito window. See if it happens on an incognito window. That actually might be...
I had
Let's
issues
see.
when I used Chrome the one time. I
Chrome
just
for
use
what?
It,
The chat?
yeah, for the chat. I use it. I just put it in Safari now.
Huh, I don't know. I mean, I use my own IRC client. Like, honestly, guys, if like the chat room, keep in mind, guys, the chat room's IRC. You can download your own client to a computer and set it up and everything, and it's much nicer. So excited to see FurCast. I haven't been on a while since I moved. Thank God for Wi-Fi, says one person. Cool, I'm going to retweet that on the FurCast Twitter. Are you guys ready to start the show at this point?
I think I'm ready. Can't guarantee that.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Guys, so I've had a couple people ask me if we can get HTML5 because a lot of streaming sites have been switching to HTML5. Here's the problem. HTML5 relies on having MPEG- set up, and the content delivery network we use doesn't have MPEG-. So we can't use an HTML5 player yet because our feed is only RTMP. We do have an HLS feed, but the HLS feed's a lot more delayed. You can tune into that manually yourself if you want. But if you guys want to, you can use VLC Media Player to tune in. There's instructions below on the website that tell you how to do that. But yeah.
I feel like I'd be if I had money where I could just blow it on stupid shit. I feel like I'd be a terrible person at times because I feel like I would just buy one of these and I was like going down the highway like 70, just throw it out my door or something.
I would just like strap it to the top of my van. Just like with like I don't
It'd
know.
be more funny to have like one of those like like in your trunk and then like have it like just blow out of your trunk. Like what would you do if you were driving down the road and I was like car's not like a trunk but a body just like blew out of the trunk?
That would probably cause damage if it hit a car. Like think about how heavy that must be.
It's gotta
probably-
be, it's gonna be like, I don't know, it probably tells you.
Can you do like custom weights?
Custom weight.
I want a fat one.
What are you talking about? Penis, boobs, or tits?
Okay, are you guys done? Can we actually move on and do the show?
You can have
please?
many different fat
Okay,
type
okay,
customizations.
I clicked it off.
We
long
are
ago.
already 15 minutes, but like late.
It's up to him.
Like seriously, Pharaoh, come on.
You can start anytime you want. I'm just analyzing.
Yeah, but if you suddenly start talking about that when the podcast recording cuts in, it's gonna be weird.
Why?
Because it will be. Oh my god. All right, well, I'll just let the chat room bitch at you. Everybody in the chat
I'm
room.
ready. I'm sitting here ready. I'm ready.
Oh, you're okay. Fine. Oh, god damn it. What am I doing with my life?
I ask myself that every day.
Welcome to FurCast, episode 204. I'm your host this evening, Paradox the Red Wolf.
I'm your fabulous blue fox host, Pharaoh.
I am your pink husky host, CJ.
And Vajankles.
And Vajankles.
Yeah, so these guys have been looking at this website called Synthetics. That's SINthetics.com. And yeah, you guys have it's some interesting stuff on this website.
The Vajankle. The vagina ankle.
It's
Foot.
one thing. It's
Yeah.
like a website that sells realistic body parts that you can customize.
Realistic sex dolls.
Realistic sex dolls that have it's very interesting. This is a great way to.
The fact that they have these severed legs that are like just below the knee cut off, and then they hang them off of a fence.
I love how they're called sexy feet.
Sexy feet.
Basic short feet, $250.
Okay.
The Vajankle's the scariest thing, though. That's just...
So anyway, a lot of people have asked us why we're doing the show on Sunday, and to that I have to say, what are you guys talking about? Today's not Sunday.
Paradox.
It's Saturday.
Why are we
What?
doing the show on Sunday?
What are you talking about? It's Saturday. It's not. It's not Sunday.
It's not
It's
Sunday?
definitely not Sunday. Well, actually, wait. My computer says it's Sunday. It's probably just set wrong.
Yeah, it's probably wrong. It's
Probably-
Saturday.
It's probably wrong.
Saturday.
It's definitely Saturday. Yeah. So a couple of tech updates, just because a lot of you guys seem to enjoy that. I fucked up the last episode post because I have wolf paws and it's hard to type on keyboards with them. But essentially, I linked the the episode was 103. I linked the 102 MP3 file. So a lot of people downloaded episode 103 and got 102. It's fixed. I fixed it within I think like 12 hours. But of course, a lot of people within that first 12 hours downloaded the wrong episode, so you guys might have to re-download the episode to get the latest one. Sorry about that. Next thing I would just like to remind everybody is that there is a PGP key on the FurCast website. It's just kind of linked there. If you want me to be a bit more secure about it, let me know. But I mean, I'm not really worried about endpoint security. It's more about security for transit, because I've had a couple of you, complain and say, I want to send you an email, but like I don't want my parents to know, or I don't have my own computer or something like that. Well, there's a PGP key, so if you want to encrypt your email, you can do that. Next thing is that I fixed a lip sync issue with our YouTube recordings. I noticed that basically there was an audio-video out of sync issue on the last episode. It's only like a couple milliseconds, but it's like, yeah, you can clap and you can see it. And of course, this camera has more frame delay than the other cameras, which is really weird. And then the only other thing to mention is that there's a new diagram, or an updated diagram of the studio. So for those of you techie people who want to see how this is all hooked up, you can go to xbn.fm/diagram, and somewhere near the bottom, not the very bottom, but somewhere near the bottom, is the latest one. I think it's 2.5, something like that, 2.7.5, something like that, I don't know. But anyway, so that's pretty much it for those announcements. And Pharaoh is still staring at this website.
Well, it's like transgender. Clip a dick to a vagina.
Okay.
Is that what it really says?
No, it just shows them clipping
Oh.
a dick to a vagina. Like, "Ba-da! There we are."
Okay.
Chicks with dicks. That's what it is.
Anyway, so another thing I'd like to shout out. I'm the only person who's not on this website.
I'm not on it anymore.
Okay.
It's just him.
So we did get the package from Australia with from thylacine, otherwise known as I forget what the other name is. It starts with an M. What is it? Thylacine, or
What?
The name, the person who sent us the food from Australia. I'm gonna go into the chat room and look in the chat room. Oh, well. Nobody seems to be posting it. But anyway, we got the food here. So we have chocolate with Vegemite in it. I have to say, Vegemite is very interesting. It's kind of like a caramel, but not exactly. It's like a little bit different than that. So thought that was kind of interesting. And then we still have the biscuits. Yeah, the Tim Tams. Yeah, about the Tim Tabs. Anomaly in the chat room. Shout out to Anomaly in the chat room. That was it. It was an A. It was an anomaly. So yeah, shout out to Anomaly for sending this stuff. Anomaly, you sent the Tim Tams in. My entire family ate them. We don't have any more. They ate them. However, I'm going to be buying some of my own because I had 2 of them, and they were some of the most delicious things I've ever had in my entire life. So I went on to Amazon.com and I ordered some, so they should be getting here at some point. But yeah. Somebody in the chat room says, don't eat it. Even us Aussies don't like chocolate Vegemite. It was okay. It's just
It's so
interesting.
strange.
It's
I don't
kind
know.
of like... It's kind of like Marmite. Like, Marmite and Vegemite are, like, very close. And you can buy Vegemite here in the U.S. Like, you can buy it in the grocery store.
It's probably at Wegmans, to be honest.
Yeah, they have it in the international side. But, I mean, it's just, like, it's not very popular here for whatever reason. It was interesting. It was okay. I don't know. The chocolate was good though. I have to say.
It's such a strange. I don't know. Like this taste is like it's like at first you think it's caramel, but then it's got like a salty flavor to it.
Right.
But then at the same time, it's got like
It's like a bitter.
yeast.
It's like bittery. Well, it is yeast extract.
I know it
it's,
is
It's
yeast
made
extract.
from yeast extract.
But I mean, like that beery, hoppy almost flavor at the very end, which is I guess they use in like beef brine too.
Tonk says they're literally the same thing. No, they're not exactly the same thing. Vegemite is, I think, they use different seasonings with Vegemite, if I remember correctly. Maybe I am wrong. I'm not sure. But if you look it up, there's a whole Wikipedia article on both Vegemite, and then there's a separate Wikipedia article on Marmite. But yeah.
The secret flavor is cum, guys. It's cum.
It seems to be one of those things that like some people really like and some people really don't like, and the culture kind of trends towards that, right? Like a lot of people, like some people in the U.S. like mayonnaise, but they're not that into it, and some people hate mayonnaise,
Then there's Miracle Whip.
right? But like
I
a lot
hate
of
it
people,
all.
but a lot of people here in the U.S. like peanut butter. But I've noticed that like a lot of my
love
friends in
peanut butter.
Europe hate peanut butter, but they love mayo.
Dog people love peanut butter.
I love peanut butter.
I like peanut butter. I like the peanut butter paste that's used in a lot of foods, like peanut butter Oreos are really good, but I don't exactly like.
I've never liked fluff though.
No, fluff creeps me out. It's
No, I definitely
texture.
don't like that.
The texture is...
What about the crunchy kind?
Wait, we're talking about.
I'm talking about like
peanut butter.
marshmallow
No, we're talking about
fluff.
fluff.
Oh no,
Like,
no,
you
no.
know, like comes in, like,
Fluffernutter.
white- Yeah.
No,
It's
I know,
like
never liked
Fluffernutter,
that.
isn't it?
What?
Fluffernutter, isn't it? Is that the brand name?
No, that's just... Well, maybe. I'm just talking about regular fluff.
Fluff, yeah.
Like the white
Yeah, the
marshmallow
scoop
dip.
bowl.
Yeah, I've
no,
never liked that. It's like liquefied marshmallow.
I don't-
Then
yeah.
No interest. No.
I can't. I've tried it once.
See, have you guys ever tried dipping French fries in mayo?
That is disgusting.
It is so good.
Mayo
I've
makes me
done
want to
it.
vomit. If
See,
I
You're,
can't.
you're one of the people who doesn't like mayo, and it's so interesting because
I don't
really-
like vinegar. I don't like.
See, I don't like vinegar, but I like mayo for some reason.
Vinegar I don't like.
I'm not a big fan of
Do
egg.
you like ketchup?
Wait, you
No,
don't
I
like
hate
eggs?
ketchup.
Really, you don't like ketchup?
I hate
That's
ketchup.
interesting. Cause
Really?
I hate tomatoes. I hate ketchup.
No.
See, I like ketchup, but I don't use it very much.
because it's red.
Because it's red. It's not
'Cause it's
blue.
not- what if I made blue ketchup?
Blue
Would you eat
ketchup.
it?
Would you eat blue ketchup?
No, because Heinz made that fucking colored ketchup shit.
That was
I think
green.
they
That
did.
was green.
That was even grosser than I could ever
Yeah,
imagine.
wait, what about blue? What about blue though?
No, I'm not eating blue tomatoes.
Why? Is it because of cannibalism? Because you're blue?
No.
I just want to point out that both of you are wearing blue.
I know.
I just want to point out that
You know, CJ, way to join his side of the
But
argument. You know,
I think
I'm
my
about to
blue
take
is a
my
little
shirt
more
off.
fabulous.
What?
Take it off.
I'm definitely rocking the more fabulous
yeah,
over here.
Pharaoh's rocking blue here. It's pretty great.
You're wearing 2 layers. You're gonna fucking sweat in here.
2 layers of blue.
Oh God.
Technically 3.
I'm just imagining the thing from Shrek. What is it? The like onion. Onions have layers or whatever.
Pharaoh has layers.
Pharaoh has layers, guys. So there you go. But anyway, so
Deep dark blues lie
shout out
inside.
to Anomaly/Thylacine from the food for the food from Australia. You've gotten me addicted to Tim Tams, and now I'm going to be wasting all of my money importing Tim Tams. And then that's it for pretty much. Oh yeah, and then the only other thing to mention before we get into like news and stuff is I finished season 2 of BoJack Horseman. Did either of you guys do that?
I haven't even started yet.
Haven't
Don't
started.
spoil it.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's pretty good. Like I got to the end of it, and I'm just reminded once again, like no matter how much you want to believe it's just some silly, stupid cartoon, it's freaking deep, man.
I so love when Derek posted the picture, which was like the cat and the rabbit from
BoJack Horseman.
BoJack Horseman. It was like, did you guys see my parents?
Did you like my comment?
No. Oh yeah. Yes, you said.
I was like, I'd fuck your
him.
mom and your dad.
Wow, you
Expect
guys are
nothing less from me.
You guys are just on a roll tonight here. All right,
Okay.
Pharaoh, do you want to start with the news article?
I don't know. Like vajankles have kind of scarred me.
I know, I noticed. But if you wanna start with one, I can. We can get started with that, and then I've got videos and stuff to play after that. Because I do have a bunch of news articles queued up. I'm reading quite a bit tonight, actually, so should be good.
Okay.
All right, you good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I just don't want feet. I don't like feet either. Like mayo, feet, bother me.
For your birthday, I'm gonna get you all the things you don't like.
Mayo, like
You're a true
like
friend.
Feet,
Thank you.
Feet dipped in mayo, like what is
with
this?
like a side of ketchup.
With a dick, because
Oh,
he doesn't like dicks.
I'm gonna buy you a vajanko,
And it's gonna be red.
Fill it with mayonnaise.
Oh my god, that'd be the most disgusting thing I could ever think of.
I'm gonna put ketchup around the outsides of it.
And it'll be
Oh,
red.
God.
It'll be red, so it won't be blue.
I'm gonna mix this together so the vajanko's on a period.
Get
It'll
out.
be colored with. It'll
Why
have,
are you
it'll,
here?
It'll have the color.
Why did I
of a
ever
rainbow.
invite you?
It'll have the
Never
color,
come back.
It'll have the color of a rainbow, but blue will be missing.
Every single color but blue.
Yep.
Here, I got you this for your birthday.
Like last night, your blue is too loud. Stop.
It was.
Your blue was too loud last night.
Turn
at the
it
party.
down.
So, okay, to answer everybody's question before I jump into news here. Reason we did do a show last night is because we were at a party. We went over to Jirashi's house. He's a local fur. There were fireworks. There was a bunch of stuff going on.
Well, it was kind of funny how that worked out. Like, I wasn't even going to be there here.
Yeah, you were at a drift show, right?
I was at a drift event
Yeah.
doing car things, and then
We weren't gonna do this. Like I was like, do you want to do the show? I was like, I kind of want to go to this thing because Jirashi invited us.
Yeah, it
both.
was a fun party. I'm really glad we went.
And then it was kind of just a very chill. Well, Spikio was gonna come. That's why too, because
Yeah.
we wanted to see
Shout out
Spikio.
to Spikey if he's listening. Yeah, so basically, the Taxpayer Association in our area puts on this thing called Bash at the Beach, where basically it's just like, they have like a bounce house and like, all kinds of party events and
a bounce
music.
house. Did you say a bounce house?
Yes.
What was there a bounce house?
There was a bounce house right near the beach. I saw.
how come we didn't walk down there?
Maybe they only had it earlier and they took it down. They might have taken it down or something. But I remember
I didn't even
specifically
walk down
seeing
to the
it
beach.
But anyway, they had like a band and then they had fireworks and stuff. And Jirashi happens to live like right next to the beach. So we had a party at his house and then we went and watched the fireworks. And we were making really loud noises while all the fireworks were happening.
The
which is-
beach, man.
which is pretty great.
So
So,
those fireworks are loud.
yeah, they were really loud.
They were close too.
You were louder though.
I was louder than
were
the
louder.
fireworks. I am very proud of myself.
Like, every time there was a loud firework, CJ was like, "Wow!"
I don't know why nobody was cheering though.
Yeah,
like
you were the only one cheering for those fireworks.
I had to make up for everybody else because everyone else was slacking. So
Yeah. New seaweed. New seaweed.
Seedway sounds like a
Seedway.
gas station.
Seedway.
It definitely sounds like a petrol station. Like, oh man, I'm gonna go to Seedway and get a discount on my petrol and get some snacks.
you guys want any beer? I'm going to Seedway. Actually,
go to
Seedway sounds more like
Seedway? It sounds like the kind of gas station that would be like along the coast of California.
it sounds like a shop for semen.
What?
Seedway.
A sperm bank.
Yeah, essentially, but Seedway.
That would be a great name for a sperm bank. I'm sorry,
Seedway.
Seedway. Where you going? We just need to pick up some sperm from Seedway.
Seedway.
So let's stop at Seedway, get our usual,
Making a deposit at Seedway.
get a combo.
The Seedway combo.
Oh.
So anyway, what was the title of this article again?
Yeah.
Title of this article:
Round 2.
Seedway, Nation's Sperm Bank. No. New Seedway. Damn it, now I can't even stop saying it. Now it's all on my mind. All I can think of is Seedway, the sperm bank for you.
Focus.
Do you have unwasted sperm?
That's not focusing.
Okay, that's not focusing, Pharaoh.
New seaweed tastes just like bacon when fried.
Oh, I'm interested.
So it's like a pig plant?
It's an algae that tastes exactly like bacon. We have gone too far.
I don't think we've gone far.
Well, I don't know if we've gone too far. I think nature's gone too far.
Nature has evolved
Nature's
to
just like, hey, you like that? Have some more. Or grow it in the fucking ocean.
Now it's like deadly though. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, you like bacon? Eat
Oh,
this.
yeah, eat this.
Instant death.
Fucking evolution.
algae's like, we want to be eaten. How do we be eaten more?
Bacon.
Bacon. Tastes just like bacon and has a high nutritional value. And guess what? It's a source of protein. Sounds like the stuff of science fiction, but actually, it's real. It's dulse. D-U-L-S-E.
Dulce.
Professor Chuck Toombs has been working with scientists in Oregon State University to engineer and harvest a unique variety of dulse that, when fried, tastes just like the fatty, delicious meat, but with greater health benefits. Dulse is a superfood with twice the nutritional value as kale. Toombs said in a statement that OSU has developed a variety that can be farmed with the potential for a new industry on the Oregon coast. Like most new health foods you've never heard of before, dulse has been produced and consumed in Iceland for centuries. Furthermore, it is well known as a natural source rich in fiber and loaded with vitamins,
Well,
minerals,
it's got gluten in it though, so you
and
can't have it.
antioxidants.
Can't have it though. No. Think of the feelings of the seaweed. You know, how do you think the seaweed feels?
How do the pigs feel?
Well, yeah, but that's meat. We're talking about.
I feel like pigs are probably really happy right now.
What if
Maybe.
pigs did this? What if pigs are just like
Pigs did this. Pig people, pig people. So the pigs revolted and made plants taste like bacon.
Yeah.
The Great Pig Revolution. Revolution, sorry. Of 2015, 2016, 2020. When pigs take over.
You ready for this? I'm not a fan of bacon.
Depends on how you cook it.
Okay, good point. It definitely depends on how you cook it. I guess I don't like bacon on a ton of food. Like sometimes I like bacon, but I like it independent. I don't
like bacon and eggs, and that's pretty much about it that I like bacon. Or maybe bacon on a burger. That's my levels
yeah,
of
that's
bacon.
too much. Other than that, it's good.
The only other exception would be like bacon bits on a salad. I think those are my 3 things where I can ever put bacon on.
Yeah, that's it. No,
I don't like the steak that's wrapped in bacon.
No,
I don't like.
God, no. Hot dogs with bacon. No.
I don't like hot dogs with bacon.
No.
I don't like bacon milkshakes. I don't like bacon soap, bacon, everything else that is possibly baconized in bacon.
Agreed.
I don't like bacon.
I definitely just like,
I used to like bacon bits as a kid and just eat bacon bits.
I had bacon today. Just bacon. I just ate it. It was just.
Okay.
I don't like BLTs because of tomatoes.
What kind of bacon was it? Was it the seaweed or was it the?
No, it was real bacon. It was thick cut Wegmans maple bacon.
Oh, nice.
Arby's new maple bacon brown sugar bacon is amazing. Okay, so that's the first time it's on a burger, but it's like maple brown sugar bacon.
Okay, that actually sounds.
It's
pretty...
sweet and salty.
That sounds pretty good.
Okay, all right. That's
Yep. Anyhow, Dulce can be found along the Pacific and Atlantic coast and is already available in health food supermarkets in its dried form, but at a very hefty price. However, researcher Chris Lagdun of OSU says that given the right conditions and resources, he can grow the particular strain of bacon-flavored seaweed at a rate of 45 kilograms, 100 pounds per week in his lab.
Are you sure we're not talking about drugs here? Like crystal meth?
I mean, bacon is kind of a drug for some people. 100 pounds.
I want to try some. I really do.
I really do want to try some. It's probably at Wegmans. Students and researchers at the University Center for Food Innovation are already creating delicious recipes with Dulce. Veggie burgers, salad dressings, and even beer could all get Dulce treatment if the university plans to market the product to the U.S. consumers ever comes to fruition. But something tells me if Dulce truly is and does taste like bacon, their work is already done.
nice. All right, is that it for that?
Yep.
All right. New convention just popped up. I'm shouting this out for a friend, but also because it seems kind of nice. I have no affiliation with them other than the fact that I'm friends with somebody who happens to be on staff, but I'm just letting you guys know about it. Just for the Weekend 2016. This is a convention in Bristol in the United Kingdom, or more specifically in Britain. So shout out to Q-Ball, who is a good friend of mine. He's been on the show before. He was at MFF with us. He's apparently the chairman of this convention, which is kind of interesting. I just kind of clicked the About Us page and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Somebody that I'm really good friends with just happens to be running a convention. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to read the one section of their website that talks about the venue here. For our first year at JFTW, that's the name of the con, just for the weekend, we will be at the Holiday Inn Bristol Filton, a stunning 4-star conference hotel in the heart of the Southwest. They are extremely excited to host us for the coming years as the reputation of Confuzzled and London Furs has spread far and wide. With 4 bars, 18 function spaces, copious breakout and social spaces, a decadent convention wing, health club facilities, including a pool, and 211 bedrooms. We have plenty of space for our attendees. Pictures have always spoken louder than words, so here are a few highlights with what you can expect from a hotel in 2016, and then they have a whole page on their website dedicated to showing off the hotel, and oh my god, that looks really nice. That looks really nice. I might have to go to that. But anyway, so there you go. March 25th through the 27th. So, It's in about a half a year. But yeah, so shout out to all you UK furs. You got a new convention to head out to in Bristol. Hope you all enjoy that. And shout out to all the Bristol furs as well who have been putting this whole thing together.
Not sure which one I want to do, but I think I kind of want to do this one just because it's creepy and I don't understand why people like it.
Did I have the camera on Pharaoh the whole time? I'm not sure. Somebody said switch the camera, but I'm not sure. You know.
I mean, it's not really a bad thing to look at.
I mean, it's on Pharaoh anyway right now, so yeah. I didn't switch the camera over to me. Whatever.
Look how pretty.
Too bad, guys. Too bad.
Aww.
Nobody got to see me read.
The world's smelliest flower.
Where do you find these? I think Pharaoh just goes outside and he's like, wow, this is terrifying. I need to display how terrifying the world is to people via news articles.
I hate the flowers that already smell like feet. Did you ever smell those flowers?
Actually, the trees on our street are like that during this one time of year, and it drives us crazy.
It's like sweaty feet.
Yeah, there's
Like we have a
they're like
tree-
the
like-
little petals on the trees that smell.
Yep, they're,
really
they're
good.
white.
Yeah,
And they-
yeah, there's right in front of our house. That's with the
They're the feet trees.
Yep.
Feet trees?
Feet trees.
I don't think I've smelled these recently.
No, this is far worse. This is like death flower. It's literally called the death flower. By happy coincidence, it's far from its native home in western Sumatra. Titum aurum, the world's smelliest bloom, flowered in Plingding Zoo in Devon and the Royal Botanic Gardens in Edinburgh. It's a rare event, but not to be outdone. In New York, Cornell University Titum aurum has also been showing off its plumage. While in recent study, researchers identified the enzyme that plays a key role in producing its sweet fragrance found in roses. Titum aurum, or Armaporimus titum, to give its Latin name, is famed for its very different type of smell. That smell is of putrid, rotting flesh.
This flower just doesn't want to be fucked with.
I'm gonna get some of these for my living room.
It's huge. It's like the size of this couch.
Well, that's about the size of my living room.
Wait till I'll read more because
It's a pretty small living room.
That's Nobody really lives.
it gets worse. Like I don't understand how anyone would want one of these, and people grit them. But they're beautiful, yet let me see. Let me continue. Let me just
Keep reading.
I feel like this would be something that you'd plant in someone's like garden and just hope that they never found it, and then one day you just laughed for days. Like that's how I feel that this flower is. Like this is like a prank flower.
Well, how potent is it?
Oh wait, I'll tell you.
Okay, all right.
The smell of putrid rotting flesh. As one witness in Edinburgh put it, at its peak in the glass house, it is actually so putrid that it makes your eyes water.
Wow.
So what is amazing about this plant and why is it so smelly? We have the Victorians to thank. In the Victorian age, it was great for exploring. It was a deep in present-day Tasmania. In November of 1871, that American journalist Henry Morton Stanley uttered the famous alleged words, Dr. Livingston, I presume. A few years later, in the rainforest of Sumatra in 1878, a slightly less monotonous but more unpleasant discovery was made when a botanist from Florence named Odoboro Beccari probably became the first Westerner to observe the smelliest plant in the entire world. He sent some seeds in tubes back home, from where the seeds made their way to the Kew Gardens, and that is where the Amorphorophyllus titanium flowered for the first time in the West in 1889. And its British relative, Arum macatum, perhaps better known as the cuckoo pint. It's not quite as smelly. Cultivating the titum isn't the job for the impatient. It flowers irregularly every few years only. The plant has a vast underground tubular system that can weigh up to 75 kilograms and produces a huge leaf that can grow 6 meters tall. Sometimes instead produces a huge inflorescence stretching up to 3 meters tall, with very small individual male and small flowers at the base, surrounding a very kind green pedestal called the spathe. On the average, this only happens around every 10 years, but when it does, you certainly know it happens. And they say that you can smell it from a half mile away.
Damn.
You could smell the rotting flesh from a half mile away.
You know what this reminds me of is, for some
shit.
reason, this reminds me of those like beetle bags that everybody used to put in their front lawn, and then it created a problem because you were just attracting more of these beetles. Like, you know the beetles that eat the plants, though, right?
Yeah,
And then you'd give them in the bag, and they would all fall into the bag or whatever. But like,
They used pheromones for the beetles. It's like, yes, that'll capture all the beetles, but it just attracted more beetles.
That's all it did, was just attract more beetles. And then they would like chew their way through the bag, so they had to like double bag it, and sometimes even that didn't work. So it was just disgusting, because it's like you just have this like
Ew.
net thing to capture. Yeah, I don't know why. That was like a trend like maybe 3 or 4 years ago for some reason in our neighborhood, where like every other house had one of these fucking things. And it was like, why? You're just making it worse. You're just attracting them to
More
this
of 'em.
area. I just don't understand.
Oh, that's gross.
It's a master of disguise. Its rotting flesh smell gives the Titum other alternative names, such as the corpse flower or the carrion plant. Its smell is designed to attract insects such as flies and carrion beetles, which normally feed on decaying flesh,
Oh, that was the other thing. Those bags stunk. God.
which help pollinate it. The spathe is green on the outside, but the flower head is red. It looks like fleshy meat. The plant is really cunning. As it blooms, it gives off quite a lot of heat, up to 36 degrees Celsius, which encourages the molecules to spread out by helping them vaporize into the atmosphere, which also confirms the impression of warm meat. The insects crawl over the spathe, leaving their eggs in what's believed to be rotten meat, and it possesses a transferring of pollen and pollinates the plant.
How long is this article about this plant?
It's almost done.
Almost done? All right.
It pretty much uses dimethyl sulfide as well as DMDS, DMT to attract bullflies. Dimethyl sulfide is a molecule of alpha smelt, is part of the sulfur cycle, and is responsible for the smell of the seaside, quote unquote, is what it's termed as. Let's see. It's also the pigs and dogs look for when they
I
detect.
can't understand what you're saying.
It also is a smell that pigs and dogs look for when they detect black truffles underground in some parts of France. I didn't know what a truffle was until yesterday.
We were literally just talking about this yesterday.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, you left. We were talking about truffles and how like they train pigs to find them because dogs are like too aggressive with them or something. I don't know. They were,
Yeah, so they train pigs to find truffles, which I still am not. It's like a mushroom.
Oh, it's like a really rare mushroom or something? Yeah.
The ones
okay.
that like if you see them at the grocery store, they sell for like $399 a pound.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they're like retarded expensive. But like they train, they have like special pigs.
So why can't like we just grow these? Are they like
I don't know.
Are they need like a really controlled environment?
Yeah,
or something?
probably got to be like a special condition that they grow in or something. But
I have no idea. I didn't even know what a truffle was until the fact that people were like, "Oh yes, truffles, the delicacy."
yeah, like at Wegmans, we used to keep them in a lockbox, like on the shelf.
Wow.
Like somebody would have to come and unlock it if you wanted some.
Wow.
It was crazy.
They really sell truffles. Like, what do they just look like mushrooms? Like, I've never even looked what a truffle looks like.
Google that shit.
I know. Travis was like, "Really, Pharaoh?" I was, "What? I've never had a truffle. I don't like mushrooms.
I'm not a mushroom.
I don't eat
person,
mushrooms.
So, yeah.
So if it's a mushroom, is it like is it a mushroom? I don't even know.
I think it is.
All right. Well, can we consider your article over with for now?
There's truffle butter. Ew, it looks like a piece of shit.
All right. So while you guys are playing this, I have an interesting video for you guys.
Spider sex, it's a terrifying world of nightmares and death. Look out, here comes the spider sex. Hey everyone, thanks for watching D-News Today. I'm Trace. Most of what I learned about spider sex I got from Charlotte's Web. Not the book, the movie. It was weird. So spider sex, y'all. How do they do that? Well, different species do it differently. And just like the old rhyme, first comes love, second comes marriage, and then comes the baby in the baby carriage. But for spiders, it's more first comes love, then comes sex, and then death. Male spiders are much smaller than females. The female black widow, for example, is about 1.5 inches long with a characteristic black body and the red hourglass. But males are only about half the size and are light brown. For spiders, the responsibility to find a mate is on the guys, which means so is the danger. Spiders are highly solitary, so finding a female can be tough. According to a study in animal behavior that came out this month, the western black widow uses pheromones to turn her web into a sort of sexual antenna. Receptors on the spider's front legs detect pheromones that she puts on her web. The pheromones contain information on the age, mating history, and even hunger level of the female in question. If he's DTF, he'll hop on her web and stop other guys from hitting on her by destroying it. This is like spider negging, which is gross. The web destruction makes the female seem less attractive to other males. Scientists think it reduces those pheromones so that they can be alone while they mate, which goes on for hours, and will sometimes end in his death by cannibalism, but not always. It's a common misconception that all black widows will kill their mate. The pheromone signals the female's hunger level, remember, so males prefer to mate with a female who's already eaten, because you know what, no one wants sex when they're hangry. How spiders do the deed can vary too. Most have something called a pedipalp to deposit their sperm into the female spider. It's sort of like a spider penis. If the female is receptive, he'll deposit his sperm and hightail it out of there, because if he survives, he gets to mate again. That being said, many spiders are monogamous because they probably will only get to mate once. A paper in Biology Letters found the dark fishing spider mates only once, not because it gets eaten, but because they literally can't run their brain and penis at the same time. Their pedipalp is inflatable, so when they find a receptive female and inflate it, the blood pressure in their body drops so dramatically that they become immobilized and eventually die. This is awful. After he makes his final deposit, that bulb can't be deflated. So he lingers for a few hours, dies, and then remains stuck inside of the female. Afterwards, she either eats him or just throws him away. Even with all this though, the point of the mating isn't for funsies, it's to spread genes. Recently, scientists discovered that the males have a way to influence the spread of their genes using a recently discovered nerve in their pedipalp. Apparently, male spiders use this nerve to sense stress and strain during copulation. The researchers believe that males who sense a lot of stress in their mate could reduce the sperm load they deposit so they don't get metaphorically screwed. Females mate with a bunch of different males, choosing which sperm they want to use for fertilization and throwing away the stuff that they don't want. This discovery shows that the men aren't just fodder, but can strategically deposit some sperm and, if they escape, live to fornicate another day. Man, animal sex can be so weird sometimes. Take shark sex, for instance.
Sharks, they have internal fertilization.
Okay.
And male sharks have 2 penises.
Okay. Wow. That's a surprise.
Yeah.
If you want to watch more of that video, we have a link down in the description if you're on mobile. If you have a science question you want answered, you can also tell us down in the comments and make
Shout out to D News for making awesome videos.
news every single day.
Yeah, that was spider sex. There you go.
It's because
It's still pretty terrifying. I love how they were like, well, it's not that terrifying, but it's pretty terrifying. Pretty much.
the male's penis gets so enlarged that his brain shuts off.
Yep.
It's like most
I'm pretty
males.
sure that's every male's problem. You can only use either your penis or your brain, one at a time.
So I have something to talk about with you guys, and I'll actually, I guess, play some.
Before you do on that, can I just touch on the one that was actually written about the article real quick? I could just touch on a few for a second.
Oh, you had a few extra. Okay, sure. Wasn't ready for that. Go ahead.
I guess. I don't know.
What?
Well, no, I was originally going to say that the article, like, as you kind of played the video.
Oh, because we had a video version of the article, sort of.
Yeah, but I had a whole article on the idea that male black widows wreck females' webs to make them less attractive.
Which is kind of hilarious. Like,
I'm gonna fuck up your shit.
it's like basically like
so you're not
like,
pretty
I just meant,
anymore.
like,
So
you're
I'm the
invited
only
into,
one
like,
that can have sex with you.
It's like a really nice bedroom, and there's like incense burning, and there's like all these decorations, and
And
you
you
have
start throwing
sex,
shit
and then you're
around.
like, all right, now I need to make you not attractive, so you just rip everything off the wall and just like
shit on the floor. Or something.
there we go. Now nobody will ever.
No one will ever love you but me.
You are mine.
That's literally what happens, though.
That's very abusive.
It's pretty good.
That's horrible.
It's pretty good.
And spiders.
Oh my god. All right, so I have. I guess I will jump into.
I've never seen a black widow spider.
Okay, Pharaoh. Thanks.
I've seen a wolf spider.
I have never seen. See, I try to avoid seeing spiders altogether, just in general.
So this one time at Camp Farrell, they have like little like pond, like docks where there's like an enclosed area where you can swim. So I'm on like, now these things are huge, like bigger than your average swimming pool. I'm on the far side, okay? Far side. I'm looking towards the other side and I see like this thing on the dock. And I'm like, huh, maybe it's just like the wood is a stained different color or something. So I go a little closer, and it's this big dock spider, like literally like huge,
like that,
like in diameter. It was
like almost a foot.
It was probably like at least 5 or 6 inches in diameter.
Wow.
And I shit myself. I never got out of the water so quickly in my life. Like, I was like, nope, because somebody's like, oh, those things can swim. I'm like, nope, nope, done, bye. Going to take my swim trunks off. I'm done. I'm not swimming ever again. I hate spiders. Oh, they freak me out.
Oh, yes. So, I guess I just want to shout this out. It's called Foxtail, which is a classic point-and-click adventure game. It's an Indiegogo campaign.
The tail is a mushroom.
The tail is, yes. Well, it's a mushroom with a tail in the logo. But of course, I can show this video here and let that play. And apparently, it has some nice music. So I'll let you guys listen to the nice music. But if you loved old school point-and-click games, then Foxtail is the perfect game for you. I have another article on it here. Indiegogo's been host to some pretty well-received adventure games in the past, and another one just hit the site. Foxtail is a homage to the classic pixelated point-and-click adventure days that you, well, point-and-click. But there's more to the game than just tugging at our nostalgic heartstrings. It also promises to tug at our emotional heartstrings as well. There looks to be some deep story, and one that I welcome.
She's got digitigrade legs.
In Foxtail, you play as a young fox girl named Leah as she travels from the big city to visit her dear grandmother. During her journey, you'll discover a good deal about her past and her as a person, or fox rather. She's had a tragic life, and her story is revealed throughout the game. That is one thing I love about adventure games. They can be serious and still be an enjoyable experience.
Looks really cute.
Leah's adventure is a personal one, but she will meet many colorful characters along the way, which will request her help or friendship. Every decision that you make for Leah and others will have a lasting impact on the world itself. Of course, Foxtail will also be more than just a story about finding yourself and helping others. It's an adventure game, which means you'll get to figure out solutions to several puzzles throughout, use your wits and inventory to get through the hard times while making your way towards the end of Leah's journey, wherever it takes her.
So you have to learn how to fox.
You basically have to learn how to fox. I know that some people will probably see Foxtail and say something like, ew, furry's gross. But believe me, that having animals with human qualities actually helps to make some stories more personal. Don't ask me why I feel this way, but I do love a good anthro story. Besides just another way of telling beautiful tales, and this one looks a great addition to the game. By the way, this is from a website that I'm reading called Clist, or I can't pronounce it. CLIQIST. Crowdfunded gaming. It's actually like Clixt, maybe something like that. I don't know, but we'll have links to all that in the chat or in the show notes at the end of the show as well. But yeah, you can just go to Indiegogo and search Foxtail and come up with that. And apparently they have one update. It says they've got 420 euros raised so far of a 60,000 euro goal, and they have 27 days left. So hopefully they'll get funded because they seem kind of awesome.
Seems like a lot of money for a game.
It does seem like a lot of money for a game. I'm not sure what development they need, but it seems to be a decent-sized company that's doing it. Oh, the other thing is they're making it for every operating system: Android, iOS, Windows, Linux, and OS X, and stuff like that. So they seem to be like really wanting to, make it available to everybody. I'm sure it'll probably be something that's on Steam as well. They want to make all kinds of merchandise and stuff, and then they talk about the team that's involved. So, yeah, pretty full documentation on Indiegogo. Again, guys, no association with them. I just found it earlier. Somebody linked it to me, and it seemed kind of cool. So, figured we'd shout it out. Maybe they'll get funding. Who knows?
There's gonna be Rule 34 of this.
I mean, there kind of already is a little bit in a way.
There's gonna be with what's her name, Leah.
Leah, yeah.
She's gonna get fucked.
The modded versions. Point and click.
Yeah. Oh god.
Oh, thanks for ruining that one. Nice.
Damn it, Pharaoh.
I foxed it.
Yeah, you foxed.
Wow,
it.
you were a good fox for once.
What?
You were a good fox for once. You weren't broken for just a minute there.
Oh, I think I lost it.
No, he's still broken.
No, he's still broken. You're still a blue fox that's broken. Yeah. Anyway, you have another article?
I have a good one. I actually found this one pretty interesting. The fact that they did a study on it. And it shows how humans are still kind of animalistic in the sense that they fight for dominance, even kind of subconsciously.
Right, kind of like how I'm dominant of you because I'm a wolf.
Yeah, sure. You're a red wolf. You have no control over me. Maybe other normal red foxes you have control over.
A red wolf is a hybrid of a gray wolf and a coyote. I can fucking kill you, bitch. I wouldn't want you though. I wouldn't want to. You'd taste bad. You'd all blue.
I don't know.
fucked
I
up.
see, like maybe a normal red. I don't think you could kill me.
No, probably not. I'm too bored playing with networking equipment.
All I have to do is hold you upside down.
What?
He said he can kill me, and I said, no, not really. You're a wolf. All I have to do is hold you upside down.
Somebody in a flake in the chat says I'm a mongrel.
You did have the mange ones.
I did have mange once, which was so great. You made fun of me so much for that.
Oh my god, you're a fucking mangy
so,
wolf.
I got infected with scabies like 5 years ago, and Pharaoh made fun of me so fucking much. You were just like, oh my god, you're a manged wolf. And I'm like, fuck you. This shit sucks.
I don't want to go near a mangy animal.
Oh,
The
God.
greatest day of my life. Anyhow, back to our articles. Study finds that online harassers are really losers.
Surprised?
I mean, kind of knew that, but
But science proves it now.
okay.
Science.
Since when has science not proved it, though? I mean, there's been bullying forever, and we've always known the ins and outs of that.
Online harassing specifically more so than bullying.
Okay,
Bullying-
so online harassing where you have anonymity, basically. Okay.
Study finds that they're actually quite losers. Sometimes science proves things that you always wanted to believe, but suspected were too perfect to be true. Exhibit A. Men who engage in online misogynistic abuse are probably bad at computer games. The finding actually backs up the theory that harassment is a reflection of these men's own sense of failures. Let me continue to read.
Awesome.
You're gonna get so trolled after this.
The internet can be a scary place for anyone who gets a profile for something remotely controversial, but women, particularly young women, often experience far more serious abuse online than men do.
We've also known that for a long time.
This is the reasoning and how they did the study is absolutely amazing, and I love it. Because sub-beta males feel threatened because they're already... I'll continue reading, and then I'll discuss. So let me
Okay.
continue.
All right.
Because I find it absolutely amazing that humans can be categorized into the levels of pretty much how animals categorize other animals. We just do it subconsciously.
That's really interesting.
The internet can be a scary place for anyone who gets a profile for something remotely controversial, but women, particularly young women, often experience far more serious abuse online than men. In gaming spaces, a woman is 4 times as likely to receive negative comments as a man behaving identically. Michael Kazimov of the University of
See, that's what I
South...
like about furries is you don't really know what gender they are a lot of times. Like, and gender doesn't matter to a lot of furries. Like, you know, the gender you are online might be different than the gender you are in real life, kind of thing. Sorry, I didn't interrupt you, Farrah, but I just want to say, like, that's actually one cool thing about the furry fandom is that we've kind of done away with that.
I feel like female furries are more dominant anyways.
Yeah, female furries are definitely more dominant, which I think is hysterical.
Yeah.
It's definitely true.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Anyway.
like I feel like every time a female furry comes up to me, I'm just gonna be like, "Don't bite me."
I'll do whatever you want.
Oh, you beta males.
What? Bend over.
New South Wales of Jeffrey Kunzik of Miami University decided to investigate what's driving the rage to these humans. In PLOS 1+1, they note, although there is much research dedicated to understanding sexist behavior, we have almost no insight into what triggers this behavior and the individuals that initiate it. The topic may be far too broad to cover in a single study, but the pair set out to test the hypothesis that sexism is driven by men trying to hold on to traditional male spaces that perceived women to be invading. Kazimov and Kunzikov considered an evolutionary hypothesis that men that are at the bottom of the hierarchy will be the most hostile to new arrivals to the group.
Blue foxes.
I'm definitely not at the bottom of the hierarchy. I'm like mid-range.
I don't even think you're on the hierarchy. I think there's just
I
you.
think they-
just
yeah.
off. You're just off the.
Just fake.
I just
off
kind
the
of
scale.
stare off with like binoculars.
There's just like a list like
And I'm like, guys,
Like I just like
excuse
okay.
me?
Okay.
Hello?
You know the race stats chart from like Top Gear with the magnets?
Yeah.
It's like that, and then they have a whole nother one with just one magnet on it.
Pharaoh.
It's just Pharaoh.
Anyhow, I posit that sexism is driven by men trying to hold on to traditional male spaces that they perceived women to be invading. Kuzmov and Kuzma considered the evolutionary hypothesis that men at the bottom of the hierarchy will be the most hostile to new arrivals, as they are the most vulnerable to lose a status if women come into the ranks, because they will come in higher than them in the subculture's pecking order.
Huh. That's interesting.
So the fact that in the male hierarchy, they are already at the bottom of the chain, but when women come into play, they also invade and pretty much come in higher than them in ranking. So like an alpha female to a beta male. So they become lower on the chain. Let me continue. I find this absolutely astonishing and kind of awesome. Because it makes so much sense, the study they did. And they have like evidence to prove it too. They contrast this with social constructive theories that sexism is unrelated to positions within a hierarchy. The pair observed what happened when an experimental player joined the online shooter Halo 3. In particular, contrasted their responses when a player used a male voice in the game or a female voice which they had control over. We showed that lower skilled players were actually a lot more hostile towards a female voiced teammate, especially when they themselves were performing poorly. In contrast, these lower skilled players behaved submissively towards a male dominant voice player in the identical scenario. So when another male was doing better than them, they knew their place in the chain of command. Like, oh, I look up to you because you're an alpha male. But when a female came in and did better than them, they were scared.
I'm just thinking like Halo 3 BDSM right now.
Huh.
We showed that the lower skilled players were hostile to the female voiced teammate. So, the study notes, moreover, the worse a player was doing, the more likely they were to become abusive towards women, although most of the derogatory comments were not explicitly sexist, however. From 163 games and 189 players, all of them men, spoke up during the game's the experimental players aside. When their voice was female or changed to female, experimental players got mostly praise from the teammates that they were playing well with, and mostly abuse from those that were doing worse than them. The picture was more mixed for male players, depending on the measure used, but male players received fewer comments overall and nothing like the same abuse from the poorly performing teammates, as they feared the alpha males that were performing better than them. The author suggests that the hostile comments are both designed to encourage women to leave the space and a form of negging to try to lower the woman's confidence so that she overlooks the poor performance of the males making the comment. The authors hope that the experiences of being outplayed by women might reduce hostility. On the other hand, if the study gets enough publicity, potential harassers might become a little less keen to advertise of their limited and lack of talents that they have.
Damn.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Okay then.
I find that absolutely fascinating. The fact that these are males that are performing so poorly that they are the bottom of the chain. So when any kind of new predator comes into the mix, they automatically do better than them and they get completely hostile because they're being pushed down even lower.
That's intense. Well, that's
Sounds like something Halo players would do.
yeah.
Well, this was across 163 games. So the first test was Halo 3.
Right. Oh, 160. So they compared a lot of different first-person shooter games then. That's
With
cool.
189 players.
Nice. Okay.
Well then.
Do you want to take a quick break before we come back?
Yeah, I have the really serious article to get into pretty much next. That's the only other one I had queued up, unless you had a different one you wanted to read. So, yeah, okay. So let's see. What track can I play? I didn't have a track ready to to play. I apologize, guys. I wasn't ready here.
Flake says, finally, I never get shit from guys in Halo.
Yeah, I've never played Halo. I mean, I know a ton about it, and I know, like... I remember a lot of times when I was doing the modding on Counter-Strike stuff, a lot of stuff like had Halo themes around it and stuff like that. I remember that being a thing, but... Alright, you guys are listening to FurCast live on XBN. We'll be back after a quick 10 to 15 minute music break.
All I wanna get is a little bit closer. All I wanna know is, can you come a little closer? Here comes the breath before we get a little bit closer. Here comes the rush before we touch. Come a little closer. The doors are open, the wind is really blowing. The night sky is changing overhead. It's not just our physical. I'm the type who won't get up so critical. So let's make things physical. I will treat you like you're ever so typical. I will treat you like you're ever so typical. All you think of lately is getting underneath me. All I dream of lately is how to get you underneath me. Here comes the heat before we meet a little bit closer. Here comes the spark before the dark. Come a little closer. The lights are off and the sun is finally setting. The night sky is changing overhead. It's not just our physical. I'm the type who won't get up so critical. So let's make things physical. I will treat you like you're all so typical. I want you close. I want you. I won't treat you like you're typical. I want you close. I want you. I won't treat you like you're typical. Here come dreams of you and me. Here come dreams. Here come dreams of you and me. Here come dreams. It's not just our physical. I'm the type who won't get up so critical. So let's make things physical. I will treat you like you're all so typical. I want you close. I want you. I won't treat you like you're typical. I want you close. I want you. I won't treat you like you're typical. I won't treat you like you're typical. I won't treat you like you're typical. All I wanna get is a little bit closer. All I wanna know is, can you come a little closer?
You're listening to FurCast. All right, guys. It's really hot in this room. The air conditioner is going crazy right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to play one more track. It's a 3-minute track. It's a correspondence track. It's awesome. I hope you guys enjoy. We'll be back after that. Plus, Pharaoh's not in the room. Do you know where Pharaoh went? Probably to the bathroom. I don't know where he went. Pharaoh, you should probably get back in here. There we go.
He's pooping.
He's probably pooping.
In the public eye, he's sweetness and light. But it's a different story in the cover of Night. There's a dark side that he can't help but let rip. And you might dare who takes the full brunt of it. How many times have you followed him home while he shouts at his phone? Do you believe his boss keeps him late? How many more lies can you take? It's a count of 6 trials in a 7-day week, a tally that you're keen to keep. He may not hit you, but he's broken your things. You fix him as another storm spins. I will give you better, I will give you better, I will give you better, oh you better believe. I will write a letter, I will write a letter, I will write a letter giving reasons to leave. I will give you better, I will give you better, I will give you better, oh you better believe. I will write a letter, I will write a letter, I will write a letter giving reasons to leave. The truth is that you like the white water rabbit of a man who is out of control. I can't give you this, but if I was yours, I'd assume the opposite role. You like the white water rabbit of a man who is out of control. You know the beast wouldn't even care if his prey both the whole. You don't need him like I need you. You could leave him all I want you. I know. Your type's a man who likes a fight. I will give you better, I will give you better, I will give you better, oh you better believe. I will write a letter, I will write a letter, I will write a letter giving reasons to leave. I will give you better, I will give you better, I will give you better, oh you better believe. I will write a letter, I will write a letter, I will write a letter giving reasons to leave. From over here it's crystal clear. This shatters every principle that you hold dear. A Jew who sees herself as strong is gonna disappear before too long. But please, please, please read what I've sent. It clearly lays out my intent to give you the space to be you again. I haven't seen you smile since you've been with him. I will give you better, I will give you better, I will give you better, oh you better believe. I will write a letter, I will write a letter, I will write a letter giving reasons to leave. I will give you better, I will give you better, I will give you better, oh you better believe. I will write a letter, I will write a letter, I will write a letter giving reasons to leave.
So CJ,
Hey.
what would you do for Klondike bar?
Wow.
Have you decided? I mean,
you
you've had this
for
whole
a
break to think
Klondike
about
bar?
it. Because
What would
I'm eating one right now. I gave you one. I mean, you didn't
did.
have to do much, but
Wow. A lot of things happened when we were in the basement.
yeah.
Would
Did you wonder why we were gone so long, Pharaoh?
I
I don't think Pharaoh wanted a Klondike bar.
What would you do for a Klondike bar, Pharaoh?
Probably not much.
Really?
Maybe stare into someone's eyes. Probably about it.
Oh, so staring into somebody's eyes is easy for you? I'm glad you enjoy
I
being
prefer the
awkward.
mint, to be honest. I like mint.
The mint kind? No,
Wow.
we didn't get the mint kind.
Sorry, we can't all live
For
up
those
to
of
your
you who
level.
are in a region that doesn't have Klondike bars, which I'm not sure where they're sold, but
Do they have Klondike bars in the Klondike?
I don't
They
know.
actually grow
But
from the
basically, it's literally like a square of ice cream that's like an
Covered in
inch
chocolate.
thick, and it's just covered in chocolate.
But they have different kinds too. Have you ever had the caramel pretzel one?
No.
No.
Oh, it's fabulous.
I need to try that one.
It's more fabulous than Pharaoh. And it's
All right,
not.
that's pretty
it's,
hard.
And it's not blue. Even
All right,
better.
so just to answer two
There was
questions.
a battle on Twitter. Where someone was like, "Oh, I'm so fabulous and I'm straight," and someone's like, "No, you're not as fabulous as Pharaoh." And I
Not
was
like
like,
Pharaoh
I look
Fox.
on my Twitter, I'm like, nah.
Here we go.
I was like, when you wear a rainbow He-Man shirt and then create a short shorts party event at like 4 cons, and you're straight and blue, then you can claim you're more fabulous than I.
So a couple, just to answer a couple questions from the chat room. So that song, which by the way, there's a bot in the chat room that tells you what song is playing, but anyway, and it was Give You Better by the Correspondents. Correspondents, absolutely fantastic group. Highly recommend just checking them out. They have fantastic music videos, including for this track. They're always very creative and very unique. They just do all kinds of either camera trickery or really neat animation, stuff like that. Absolutely love their stuff. And another question in the chat room was, any news on that other podcast I was going to be a part of with my friend Jesse? We actually did pilot that. However, it's not released. I'm not really sure what he's doing with it. I don't know if he wanted to redo it or if he wanted to try a different topic. I'm not really sure. I'll have to get back to you on that. Another person in the chat room asked why I formatted the memory card on the DSLR that's filming us. The reason why is because that DSLR doesn't actually need to record. Our system records the video. Now, the reason that the DSLR does need to record, though, not to record the show, but just to be in record mode, is that DSLR will not output the full frame rate, 60 FPS that we need for the video mixing system unless it's recording. Now, it only records for 29 minutes and 59 seconds, so I have an intervalometer connected to the DSLR that actually keeps it re-recording every like 30 minutes and 1 second. So basically, it's constantly recording. But of course, that fills up the memory card. I think there's like a 64 gig card in there, and it's recording 1080 at 60, which at I think like 20 megabit per second, which is what really matters. But yeah, and then also there's a fan underneath the DSLR that blows air over it as well because it will overheat otherwise. So I actually spliced a power supply together with a computer fan and strapped a computer fan to the side of the tripod that cools it off. I'm getting another DSLR as well, although it's going to be a full frame one, and that one is likely to have the same issues, although I'm hoping it will output the full frame rate without having to record constantly. That would be nice. But I'm looking into it. I need to do some research on that. But anyway, so there you go. That's why I was formatting the memory card in the DSLR, just to clear the space so it would keep recording for the rest of the show. Anyway, so with that, I guess we're ready to move on to more news. Oh, you have something else you wanted to?
I wanted to, for the fact, because this is what CJ was talking about earlier, and the fact that we already did an article on it, or a video on it, I just want to finish this article up because the fact that I feel like it fits in, and I just want to get it out of the way.
Okay. I will give you back this news music. Same news music as... Well, actually...
What was it talking
Spiders.
about? Oh, okay.
What can I give you? Oh, spiders? It's still related to spiders?
Yep.
All right. You know, we haven't used this news music in a while. I'll give you this one.
Can I side note for a sec?
Yeah, go ahead.
About Fur Affinity.
Okay.
You know, people say like the ads are like really trashy for them sometimes.
Yeah.
I literally am getting car part ads for Summit Racing on my FA.
Well, it's Google Ads.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get ads that are relevant to you.
So that just makes you wonder, what do other people?
Hot MILFs, yeah!
I'm like, oh,
what are you looking up on the internet?
car parts.
Car parts!
You know what we used to do is on
That
TeamSpeak.
wasn't a good moan.
No, it wasn't.
You know what we used to do on TeamSpeak is
Moan?
we would link people stuff on Amazon because so one of our two of my friends share an Amazon account with their parents because of Amazon Prime, right?
Yeah.
So what we would do is we would link them like really kinky underwear stuff so that all of a sudden like their parents would go on Amazon and it would start auto suggesting like you recently looked at, and it would be like all this kinky like sex shit. So we started doing that, and then
Bananas, lube, kinky sex outfits.
but it was just funny how we would like link each other really naughty shit that way it would show up in the search suggest. It was fun. It was bad. But anyway, so go ahead, Pharaoh. Thanks.
I had to.
As you were talking about the dock spiders.
Yeah. Yep.
And you were talking about how spiders, fuck up each other's lives with their, mates.
Yeah.
Spiders can actually sail stormy seas using silk anchors.
I'm never going near the ocean. Nope.
Well, we just have to burn down the whole planet now.
It shows a spider like skimming across a lake.
See, I am firmly into the idea that like if you find a spider under your desk, you have to burn your house down. That's just the only way around.
How do you burn a lake?
Fuck.
Oil.
They found a way around.
Oil.
We need another oil spill.
Yeah. Just light on fire the whole
Come back, BP.
the whole surface of the lake.
We're
Done.
sorry. We're sorry.
I'm so sorry.
BP is just like we were just protecting you from the spiders.
They were just burning all the spiders.
That's all they're doing. They're just burning the spiders.
Wasn't it called DP in South Park?
I don't remember.
Dependent petroleum or something like that? So it's
Dependent petroleum. That's
DP.
funny.
DP. I like how it's just like lifting its legs up like, hell yeah, I'm ready to fuck your life over. Because I'm a spider.
I'm a spider, so fuck you.
Land ho! Or sea. Spiders aren't typically stereotyped animals who are savvy at sea navigation, but it turns out that some spiders do have quote-unquote sea legs. When you had nothing else to fear, you thought you could swim away. They will find you.
Nope.
Like, how do you get away from a spider that's in the water? Like, how? You're fucked.
You can't.
You just swat
Yeah.
at it. Well, the thing is, wait, it's skimming along the water because it's depending on surface tension, right? Soap. If you just pour soap, it'll just boop drop into the water because you'll kill the surface tension.
Well,
Couldn't it craft off the bubbles?
Like that's actually a problem. Where like, you know how there's those little what are they called? The little insects that jump on the water, like in ponds and stuff. I always forget what they're called.
I know what you're talking about. They're all over the place.
Yeah. A huge problem for them is like a lot of times like chemicals will get into the water and then they can't do that because there's not enough surface tension in the water, and that's like an issue that was hitting some areas. But I bet you anything you could just just boop drop soap in the water. That's what I would do.
Swan Lake with spiders though right now. This is scaring me. Some spiders have sea legs. Yes, you heard that right. You'll be swimming and then the spiders will come after you. Nope. These spindly skippers use their silk as an anchor and their legs as sails to navigate the seas and be like a ship. Avast, they're spiders.
nope.
I feel like now, and if there's any a spider furry, they have to automatically be a pirate. How many peg legs would a spider have then?
7.
Spiders are joining. Spiders are
7 peg legs.
And then just one leg.
One leg left. They were bitten off by the fishy mateys.
Somebody named Spider just joined the chat room.
Oh god.
Spider 2 just joined the chat room.
The findings published in the Open Access Journal of the BMC Evolutionary Biology showcase some of the adaptive capabilities of 8-legged friends.
They're not friends. Let's be clear.
No.
All I can think of is that article was the person where like there's that meme where the guy like saves the spider's life. He's like, I'm not gonna kill you. And then like the guy's in his house and like someone's about to rob him and all of a sudden he gets shot and it's like the spider with a sniper rifle. It's like, we're even.
Oh god.
Save a spider's life. He'll save yours one day.
I'm just thinking of Spider-Man and Family Guy. Everybody gets one.
I hate spiders. Really, a lot.
It has been noted that in the past, some spiders have used a technique called ballooning to cross bodies of water.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Specifically, the spiders are like, yeah, we got this. This is ballooning. We made this.
This is where spiders take advantage of air currents and fly over the sea.
I'm killing myself. I'm done. Nope.
Why?
A balloon spider, which uses its silk and air travel, is estimated to travel up to 30 kilometers, around 19 miles a day, when floating on optimum wind conditions. Flying spiders. So now there's land spiders, sea spiders, and flying spiders. They're evolving.
We're fucked.
They're evolving. They're just everywhere now. It's like, oh, we're safe in this plane. Nope, spiders flying.
Nope. We're gonna have to burn the whole world.
Burn the world.
Nuke everything.
Morito Hashimi from the Natural History Museum in London noted that even Darwin took note of flying spiders that kept dropping on beagles miles away from the seashore. But given that spiders are terrestrial and that they do not have control over where they will travel, when a ballooning spider, how could they evolve in such a risky behavior to be maintained? We found out. Just love that. It's like, yes.
Yeah. The image
The
in
image
the
of
article.
the spider. It reminds me of that image where like the guy is just like this and he has like the coat on.
Oh yeah.
We've now found that spiders actively adapt postures that allow them to use the wind to control the direction that they're going and control their journey on the water. They've evolved. Fuck. This is the scariest thing. It's just outside, you just see like, oh shit, there's a spider. It just starts like drifting towards you and you try to like duck away and it's like, no bitch, I got you. It's like, fuck. like heat-seeking spiders.
Heat-seeking.
I just imagine like you're driving on the highway and it's like chasing after your car.
I am terrified.
Bitch, I'm gonna get you.
Gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
It like I just imagine like it flies, it chases you, and you're just like driving at like 90 miles an hour down the highway. You finally screech to a stop. It like hits your window and it like starts crawling. You just turn on the windshield wipers and it just smushes it. And it's
I
like,
just picture like you like being in your room and
it just destroys it. Like
no, I see it like this way. It's they just start flying in the window, and you're like, yeah, you, and you look like this, and then all of a sudden, it just legs go. It's like, and just like turns around and just like lands on your face, where you just scream and then kill yourself.
Gotcha, bitch.
See, the thing is, it's not that like spiders are gonna kill you; it's that you're gonna kill yourself first.
Trying to kill the spiders.
Right? You're gonna.
That was their plan all along. It's like M. Night Shyamalan.
We don't have we don't even have to do anything.
The spiders have learned. They're like, we don't have to do shit. All you have to do is just torment them. They'll kill themselves.
Kill themselves.
The spiders are just sitting there like, hey, you want to get that guy to burn his house down?
You wanna fuck with this guy? Watch this.
Watch this. Start crawling up its arms.
Hey, you
Want
want
your house on fire?
Want this guy to stop swimming? We'll just, I can swim. I'll do
Oh,
it.
see these people in this cruise liner? Here, watch this.
Titanic.
That's why Titanic happened, not the iceberg. The iceberg.
spider.
Like there was just a spider like in the control room, and there was just like the captain was
like,
just
"Oh, shit."
He's like, oh shit,
And then the boat breaks in half.
fuck this.
Now I just feel like spiders are evil, manipulative creatures that have been controlling humanity this entire time.
They are. I guarantee you, spiders are behind every single thing that's happened in the world.
Hitler, spider.
9/11.
9/11 spiders. The Nixon election, spiders.
Spiders.
Obama. Spiders.
Spiders. Spiders to 9/11.
Oh yeah, pirates. Weren't even pirates. Spiders.
Spiders. Fucking spiders.
Every worst disaster in the world.
JFK spiders.
Spiders.
Osama bin spider.
Osama bin spider.
Like, and every bad thing that's happened, there's like a spider in the background. It's like the Family Guy thing. He's like, good.
Rubbing like four. Yeah, need like 2 forelegs.
Yeah.
Together. Good. Yes. Good.
Skynet spiders.
Skynet. Oh my god.
Men in Black. Nope. Spiders.
Earthquakes.
Spiders underground.
They're just moving rocks.
Volcanoes. Nope. Spiders.
Spiders.
Hurricane.
Flying spiders.
They just fly in a circle.
That's exactly.
They just fly in a circle, create an updraft, and there you go.
The Bermuda Triangle. Spiders.
9/11. Nope. Spiders. They hijacked that plane. No one saw it coming.
Spiders can melt steel beams.
Spiders melt steel beams.
Oh my god. It wasn't even the spiders. It was the people inside.
They were trying to kill the spiders.
They were trying to kill the spiders.
They were trying to kill the spiders, and they melted all the steel beams.
And then 2 planes just hit the building.
Yeah.
Just
See,
on
the
accident.
Americans are all wrong. They've been blaming Arabs this entire time, and it was just spiders all along.
But you said Hitler. The Holocaust spiders.
Spiders.
That's horrible that we're laughing about this. Millions of people died. Spiders sitting here laughing.
Yeah, we found it. Conspiracy.
It
took us a long time. But
Can we just please forever?
you realize if this was a conspiracy, the spiders are out to get us now.
Yeah, I know.
We're just fucked. They're gonna be like, they're in the walls now. They're looking at us. With their 8 eyes. They're always watching. They can see in every direction.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Literally everywhere.
We're never gonna escape.
We need to hide from the spiders.
In the chat room, ISIS, spiders.
Spider ISIS. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
There was never actually terrorists this entire time. It was just spiders.
Russian meteors. Spiders.
Aliens? Nope. Spiders.
Schindler's Web. Show title. Show title. Show title. Schindler's Web.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Beautiful. Who said that? Please tell me, because I am so proud.
I'm trying to.
Oh my.
Farargo said it in the chat room.
Schindler's Web.
Schindler's Web.
Oh my god.
Woo!
Charlotte was evil this entire time.
Nazi spiders.
That bitch. Charlotte's such a whore. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Schindler's Web.
Schindler's Web is the. There's no other show title that we're using for this episode.
That's amazing.
That is the show title. I'm not even. There's no vote tonight.
vote tonight.
Schindler's Web is the show title for this show.
Oh wow.
All right.
Spiders.
The fuck is this article even? Oh yeah, that's right. Spiders. On water. Spiders on
Spiders
ice.
on ice. I was just thinking the same thing. Da 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 da. Now I'm finding that spiders actually adapt to postures that allow them to use wind direction to control their journey to kill you. They even drop silk and stop on the water's surface when they want to. This ability compensates for the risk of landing on water because they have a full control over it. There is no such thing as an uncontrolled spider flight. 9/11.
See? There you go.
These findings are based on 325 spiders belonging to 21 common species, also often found in Nottinghamshire, UK. The spiders were placed in trays of water and on dry surfaces to see how they would react to the pump-generated airflow.
Well, there's your control for ISIS right there.
When the spiders placed on the water experienced the flow of air,
Spider Jesus.
their postures became fancy. Spiders killed Jesus. Wow. So much conspiracy. The age-old debate.
Oh my god.
What?
Never ever click links in the chat room.
Why?
I can't with this one. I just
Is this the one Derry posted? I think
no. Wait.
So this is how the dinosaurs got.
Gray Ghost Fox. That link
Spider-
that you just clicked.
Oh yeah, it's the one from SpongeBob. That's
No.
okay. That's the one I'm seeing, where they wake up and there's just like spiders eating them.
No.
Okay, I remember that one.
I'm just gonna just.
Someone said at least Antarctica doesn't have spiders. Oh, wow.
That's too much for me.
It's time.
Nice.
Me just like. I would be terrified if I woke up to a spider sucking my dick.
Pharaoh's.
I've left Pharaoh completely speechless. Pharaoh, you
You okay, Pharaoh?
you all right? I think he's broken. Well, we know he's broken, but he's more broke.
The fact that it came down to dick-sucking spiders is where I draw the line.
What if Bad Dragon came out with a spider dildo?
I don't even know what a spider dick looks like. I don't want to know what a spider dick looks like. All I know is it engorges so much that there's so much whatever
Yeah, we learned that earlier.
fluid in it
And see,
that its brain shuts off. So
And
I mean,
the dildo has to kill you when you're done.
I can't.
I'm now absolutely horrified that the mental image that you that to my mind. Oh, we no longer suck blood, we just suck dick. Spiders.
The route this show has taken today. Vajankles.
Vajankles and dick-sucking spiders.
Sucking spiders.
And spider conspiracy.
Schindler's Web.
Schindler's Web. Everything's connected. Everything's a web.
Oh my god.
The web of influence.
FurCast is we're streaming on the web right now.
Oh my god! The spiders control the internet.
That's why it's called the web.
Yeah, that's why it's called the web.
The World Wide Web.
Oh man.
They've controlled
There's a
everything
giant-
all along.
There's a giant spider controlling everything. In this
It's like the
giant
Matrix, but spiders. You thought it was zeros and ones? Nope, spiders.
Spiders.
Verizon Wireless spiders. It's all of it. The whole
Atoms?
structure.
Wrong, spiders. Everything you ever loved. Spiders.
Your employer, Time Warner Cable, spiders. Spiders.
The web of influence.
They're making a web with telephone poles.
The web of influence. If you just think about it, all lines are connected. World Wide Web.
Yep.
I'm not okay with this.
Are you ready to move to another article?
I haven't even finished this one about
Do I-
flying spiders, swimming spiders.
Do we need to at this point?
I don't think we do. I think that's.
I don't think we need this in our lives anymore. I think we're already beyond that.
Wait, because spiders become fancy.
Okay, really? Okay, all right.
So
go
now
ahead.
there's classy spiders.
Okay.
I feel like I need to like infiltrate the spider's web of influence.
Go ahead then.
When the spiders were placed on water and experienced the airflow, their postures then became fancy.
Oh, you fancy, huh?
They elaborately raised their
Fashion spiders.
Fashion
control
spiders.
Fashion spiders.
Well, they create
All the latest Gap trends.
I was just
silk,
gonna
the
say.
silk industry. Everything is connected.
That's
Your
why
clothing-
marijuana's illegal. Because marijuana can replace the. Because you can make paper out of it and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Does that have anything to do with the silk industry, though? I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm just thinking. Well, could be why marijuana's legal though. Because
It's the strongest thing. So
Silk.
silk can break steel beams. There's nothing stronger than a spider's silk.
We just explained 9/11.
Wow.
I know.
There's little spiders, and they're just like,
Somebody asked what the song is called. It's "Man with the Red Face" by
I'm
Mark
so-
Knight.
I'm freaked out. I think they're gonna come after us. We're dead. Everyone who's watched the show now, the spiders know. Be on the lookout. They understand everything.
We just killed like 500 people right now. Like
just burn your house down.
everybody listening to this. Yeah.
burn everything.
Yeah. Just burn everything.
Flamethrowers. Burn everything until their evolution comes, and then there's flame resistant spiders.
Start with the device. You're
What
using.
happens then? When there's flame resistant spiders, what do we do?
It's gonna happen too. You know,
It's gonna
it too.
happen. We're gonna
It's
find.
like cockroaches. They can,
Yeah.
a
Nuclear warfare.
yeah.
They can survive that too.
Like
Spiders
that gives
know.
you, look at that. I got chills. Like when there's flame resistant spiders, what do?
You kill yourself. That's it.
That's in.
I'm
That's the
done.
end. Everything's over.
Yep.
Once there's flame
Humanity-
resistant spiders,
Gone. Humans.
Gone.
Nope.
Yep.
Just gonna be spiders.
so we'll finish up the spiders with fanciness because when they're put on water, their postures become fancy. They elaborately raise their legs like sluts, as though embracing the air's current as their god. It doesn't say that, but
Somebody just linked a Discovery News article about body armor that's made from spider silk. We've been using.
they have armor now.
We've been using spiders to fight our wars.
wow.
We're making
There's so many connections here tonight.
moves right now.
After
I think we've solved everything in
lot.
the world today.
History is just
History is being
spiders.
rewritten on this show.
Just spiders controlling history. That's
Aside from being very cool, it would mean that ultra lightweight, super strong, flexible body armor that would provide a highly
So super soldier
improved
spiders.
protection for America's soldiers and law enforcement officers.
Who are controlled by spiders.
Spiders are controlling our police force now. We're just done. This is ridiculous. I can't even handle this right now.
Spiders left on dry land, however, did not exhibit this behavior. Arg, them landlubbers. This suggests that spiders will adapt their behavior when they encounter bodies of water, but they don't need to adapt sailing behavior when they're on dry land. This has implications for how spiders have evolved and dispersed to find new habits and resources. Oil! They must want the oil then. What resources do spiders need to gather, though?
all of them.
Everything.
They're just gonna run us dry, and they're gonna have everything for themselves.
So they're succubuses as well.
All right, guys.
I have chills. I just fear everything right now. I feel like we've uncracked a case here.
Everything adds up. Spiders. That's it.
The web of influence.
The web of influence.
Everything you know is wrong.
That reminds me of the Weird Al song.
Everything you know is wrong. Black is white, up is down, and spiders rule.
Wow.
Embrace Charlotte. The Charlotte Revolution. She could write. She started this all.
All right, so
Have literacy.
Lord.
I was just looking for a track that I can't seem to find. I was gonna use.
Now I feel like it's like the spider Illuminati because you just look at every picture of every time. Like there's Hitler, there's a spider in the background.
Secretly. They're back there.
Look at the Titanic, there's spiders there.
It's like in the corner of the...
Joan of Arc, spiders. Spartans, spiders.
Noah's Ark.
Spiders.
It's all because of
Spiders.
Spiders.
On the cross, spiders.
Oh, I almost said, "Oh Lord." that would have worked.
David Cameron, spiders.
Spiders.
Avatar.
Spiders.
Definitely. All right, guys. So this next article is actually jumping into a pretty serious topic here. And this one is something that came up in a Telegram group that I was in, mainly because I know a bunch of furs who live in the area. For those of you who don't know, Motor City FurCon is in Novi, Michigan, which is kind of like a suburb of Ann Arbor, I guess. I don't really know the specifications of that. All I know is that Ann Arbor is very close to where MCFC takes place. And that was one of the reasons that the article got linked, but let's delve into this a little bit. Ann Arbor man, okay, I definitely don't want that track. Ann Arbor man jailed in sex assault case, lured teen into furry fetish subculture.
Oh no, the furry fetish.
So, okay, already from the news headline, you know what we're getting into here. A married Ann Arbor couple first brought a 15-year-old Salem girl into the world of the furry fandom before the 31-year-old husband coaxed her into having sex with him, a police report shows. Now, that's the summary, but we're going to get into some detail here. Chris Burke, who was recently sentenced to 4 months in jail and 5 years of probation in the case, denied any sexual involvement with the girl, though he did admit it was a fellow furry, and joined in cuddle piles at him in Ann Arbor at his Ann Arbor department, according to the report obtained by News via a Freedom of Information Act request. As Burke explained to Ann Arbor police detectives, furry fandom is an activity in which people dress up in mascot costumes, sometimes for sexual purposes. Okay, so again, we're going to keep going. Let's just keep going here. We're not going to stop. Well, he said he was questioned by police that he didn't have sex with a 15-year-old. Burke eventually pleaded no contest to one count of fourth-degree criminal sexual conduct in June. Burke also declined to take a polygraph test in the case. The report chronicles how a 15-year-old girl got caught up in the exoteric furry fandom fetish via her 20-year-old sister, who is in a polyamorous relationship with Burke and his wife, Crystal, and how their strict Catholic parents tried to stop it. Okay, a little bit more detail. Let's keep going. The 20-year-old sister also told police that there was never any sexual contact between Burke and the girl, though she broke down in tears during a police interview. The 15-year-old girl later confessed to more than one sexual encounter with Burke. By law, 15-year-old is not old enough to consent to sexual behavior in the state of Michigan. And what they mean by that is consent to sex with an adult. All right, so let's get some more detail on this. On January 3rd, a 45-year-old Salem woman called Ann Arbor police and said her 15-year-old daughter had been sexually assaulted by a 30-year-old man between December 18th and December 23rd, according to the report. A woman said her 20-year-old daughter was living with Christopher Wolfe, quote unquote, and his 28-year-old wife, Crystal. All three of them worked at a Walmart in Pittsfield Township. Okay, so this guy and his wife live in an apartment. This 20-year-old girl comes friends with them. She's a furry. They're all furries. They all work at this Walmart together in Ann Arbor. Okay, so we got that. The woman said her 20-year-old... Okay, so sorry, skip ahead. The 20-year-old, whose name was redacted from the report, though she is not a victim in any criminal case, eventually moved in with a couple sharing their king-size bed. Okay, so these three people, 20-year-old, these guys, they're all like in a polyamorous relationship, all hunky-dory. They sleep together in a bed. No problem. Okay, good. Her mother said she just thought they were roommates. She and her family would visit the 20-year-old at Burke's Mill Creek apartment in Ann Arbor. The couple seemed nice, the mother told police, but she seemed afraid the 20-year-old was being manipulated by them. Quote, "My daughter is even easily driven into things, or easily drawn into things. She doesn't know right from wrong." Okay. She's a 20-year-old daughter, but okay. Eventually, the mother said she couldn't go to visit her daughter in the apartment without the approval of either Chris or Crystal Burke. That's interesting. Okay. The 20-year-old is a follower and is gullible, the mother told detectives. Like,
What?
I just want to say, like, okay. Really, like, all right, okay. All right, fine. Your 20-year-old daughter's a follower and gullible. Okay. Mother told detectives. They promised to look after her, and she closed her bank account through us and opened a new bank account at their bank. The 20-year-old says she's in love with Kristen Crystal, and they're all having sex together, end quote, the mother told detectives. Okay, what does the bank account have to do with anything? Like, okay.
Do you know how sexy banks are?
We're gonna keep reading. We're gonna keep reading here, okay? The mother found out the couple took the 15-year-old to the Oasis Hot Tub Gardens in Ann Arbor on a couple of occasions. She also discovered a text message on the 15-year-old's cell phone indicating Burke said, quote, "I have your dog collar. It's in my pocket right now." End quote. There were also alleged texts from Burke asking the 15-year-old to send him pictures. When the mother confronted her, the 15-year-old told her that one time while staying the night, she had sex with Burke while the wife was at work and her sister was asleep in the basement, where she slept in the laundry area, according to the report. Okay. Weird. Okay, weird. The mother told the police that the 20-year-old asked Christopher to teach her younger sister about sex, the report says. Ann Arbor detectives began their investigation. Okay, so now they're investigating. At this time, investigators only had the name Christopher Wolfe. After reviewing the 15-year-old's cell phone, it turned out that Burke went by several aliases, including Christopher Wolfe, Draco, and Senpi. The police only later discovered his surname was Burke. The text detailed the police report on messages the 15-year-old received from the Burke of the alias Senpi. On January 7th, Senpi wrote to the 15-year-old girl, and it's a bunch of weird, really sexual stuff, I'm going to be honest. It says, "Licks, you have good flavor. Well, you could call me Nissan or Master, and as for pictures, cute and sassy, fun and sexy, that would be lovely. More pictures of you, Colin." I don't know. "My mind is full of questions, thoughts, fantasies, happy face. Can't wait till things chill and you can come over again. I really want to take you to Oasis while it's snowing. It's super awesome. Snuggles, tickles." Some of the texts received from Senpi on January 8th. "Nibbles, tickles, you are under China Wolfie in mine, :D. Okay, I don't know what any of that means. Burke also reportedly sent the 15-year-old pictures of himself, including one in a Batman costume.
So sexy.
Okay. When questioned, Burke admitted that there was inappropriate communication with the 15-year-old, but no inappropriate physical contact. Ann Arbor Police Detective Amy Ellinger interviewed Burke for the first time on February 26th. From outside, it seemed Burke and his wife were just another American family trying to scrape by. He told Ellinger that he had 2 jobs, one at Walmart and one at GameStop. He and Crystal had been together since 2004 and legally married in March 2014. They didn't have any children and lived in an apartment in Ann Arbor. But further questioning for the detectives revealed that Burke and his wife participated in a variety of subcultural activities such as polyamory, furry fandom, and paganism. Okay. Polyamory apparently is a subculture. Furry fandom, yes, okay, you're right, that's a subculture. And paganism is apparently a subculture. Burke said he met the 20-year-old at Walmart, where she was an associate in the toy department, and brought her into the furry community, which he had to explain to the detective. It's anthropomorphic. People dress up in mascot costumes, he said, according to the report. Within it, and also the way I was raised, it's a common practice for all of us to kind of lounge around on the floor watching TV in kind of a cuddle pile. And, you know, occasionally, the 15-year-old would be in that cuddle pile. You know, nothing sexual, it was just platonic, but hey, we were all lounging around watching TV. End quote. Burke said he and his wife recently attended a furry convention in Novi. That would be MCFC. Motor City FurCon, or Furry Connection North, if you will, turned into MCFC. Burke said he and his wife recently attended a furry convention. Burke said his parents are t-shirt vendors, and he grew up going to all kinds of conventions. He said he introduced his wife and the 20-year-old to conventions, both literacy, science fiction, fantasy, and furry. I got to meet a lot of really cool people, he said. Burke admitted there were some inappropriate comments made to the 15-year-old, but nothing he ever acted on. You know, love, hugs, and kisses, he said when he described the comments. Then, he said, the girl's parents found a text message saying Burke had a 15-year-old's dog collar. We all have collars because of the furry fandom, he said. Anthropomorphic is being like half animal, half human. Collars are a common practice. Unfortunately, I feel that because such things weren't explained to the 15-year-old's parents, they saw a comment about, hey, I've got your collar, you know, telling her I've just got it and I knew where it was and it was safe because she expressed to me that her parents wouldn't understand it. So I kept the 15-year-old and the 20-year-old's collar along with mine and Crystal's. The detective tells Burke she was not familiar with the furry community and asked him to describe the collars. They would be traditional dog collars used with... Okay, so he explains the collar. Anyway, so he described the relationship between him and his wife, himself, and the 20-year-old to detectives like this. We have it would be almost considered polyamorous, but it's closed between the triad. He said, both my wife and myself are dating the 20-year-old. As you can imagine, that in her household, that caused kind of an uproar. They have a strong Catholic background, and I've always tried to respect it as I follow eclectic paganism. The 3 share a bed, he admitted, and there was sexual activity. Burke continued to deny any sexual activity with the 15-year-old. Okay, so let's review here. We've got this guy and his wife and the 20-year-old. Okay, she's got a real controlling Catholic family. She escapes, goes over, hangs out with these other guys. They're all hunky-dory, having a good time. The 20-year-old brings the 15-year-old daughter over with them, and they're all, like, doing furry things. Okay, so that's what we got so far. Burke continued to deny any sexual activity. Other than massages and foot massages, there wasn't anything physical, he said, unless you count a hug, because people hug when they greet. When asked about sexual encounter described with a 15-year-old girl, Burke continued to deny it. I'm sorry, that's absurd, Burke said during questioning, because that never happened. Burke ultimately declined to take a polygraph on advice of an attorney, according to the report. On March 23rd, detectives interviewed the 20-year-old sister at Walmart. So they interviewed her at work. It's kind of ridiculous. He did not rape her, she said. He did not touch her. He had never been alone in a room with her. She was always by my side. She told police that her parents were Catholic and very controlling. The 20-year-old said that her parents never allowed her to spend time with her friends while growing up. I don't blame my parents for how I turned out. I'm my own person. I'm in a wonderful relationship. I'm open. I'm kind. My dad took away my truck because I didn't believe in Catholicism. I'm the oldest. I've been in charge, and I was the second mommy. End quote. The 20-year-old broke down in tears as the police questioned her about the alleged sexual intercourse between Burke and the 15-year-old sister. She was adamant Burke did not have any contact with any sexual contact with the 15-year-old. He's not that kind of guy, she said. He helped me to become an individual. The prosecutor's office initially declined to authorize charges against Burke, but by April, the 15-year-old had made additional disclosures to her mother and police about sexual contact with Burke. The 15-year-old's questioning by police was redacted from the report due to privacy issues. Okay.
Which means that, because the parents have right over a child that's under the age.
So not the 15-year-old's privacy issues, the parents' privacy issues.
Yeah, the parents can disclose anything they want, whether it comes to a 15-year-old. So,
on April 7th, Assistant Randolph County Prosecutor John Prey authorized a warrant for counts third and fourth degree criminal sexual conduct with a victim between 13 and 15 years old. He was arrested and arraigned on April 17th. When Burke was sentenced last week in a county trial, both his father and the 15-year-old parents were in attendance. The 45-year-old mother of the 20-year-old and the 15-year-old claimed Burke took the virginity of both his daughters. He's a manipulator and a sexual predator, the girl's mother told Judge Dalen O'Brien during a victim impact statement prior to sentencing. Burke's father, Scott Burke, told the Ann Arbor News that his son and his son's wife merely chose to live an alternate lifestyle. He's not a sexual deviant, he said. The News left a message with Scott Burke for the story. He did not return the message. Burke is serving 4.5 months in jail. He'll be on probation for 5 years and have to register as a sex offender when released. Okay. My biggest problem with this whole thing is I feel like no one at any point sat down and just talked to the 15-year-old and said, what do you think about all this? Like, do you like these people? Are you friends with these people? Do you love these people? Are they kind of weird? Are you scared of them? And I understand why, as a society, we can't just do that, right? Because everybody says, oh my God, they're a younger kid. They could be being manipulated. But I'm just going to say this. I was 15, when I was 15, I went over to a house with a bunch of furries and had a good time and did things, and I lost my virginity when I was underage. And I would have to say, that was probably one of the best experiences of my entire life. And I've been struggling to get that relationship back since I lost it when I was 17 because they moved away. But it's like, I have to sit here and I have to think like, those people's lives could have been destroyed. And these people's lives were destroyed. Like, registering as a sex offender, like that destroys your fucking life. And it's like, I don't really know how I feel about this. Like, I just have such mixed feelings because it's like, I feel like the only reason this whole thing broke down into a disaster is because, the mother made a big deal about it. And it's like, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? And it's like, even the bank account thing. Why mention that? Like, it just, I don't know. I don't know what to think about this. I don't know what you guys think about it, but it's like, and I understand it's like, they could be being manipulated, but it's like, and I understand at some point you have to say, well, it's like, it doesn't matter the age, or it doesn't matter whether they are okay with it or not, or whatever. But it's like, I gotta think, like my family would have been okay with it. And I know everybody involved when I was 15 in this kind of situation was fine. So it's like, nothing ever happened, but it's like, it's just terrifying. It's just fucking scary. So, yeah.
Well, then how did the court rule? I don't know how, court cases rule in this type of situation. The fact that the parents press charges and they are just automatically convicted of the said charges, or was there
I can understand that. The parents probably do have jurisdiction, and these parents were very
But usually if something's gone to trial and he had a lawyer, then he means he lost, so he means that there's something may have went down.
He had an attorney.
Yeah, attorney.
He had an attorney who advised him not to take a polygraph test.
Well, polygraph test is usually admissible in court. They can use it to sway a jury, but it's actually not actually court evidence that they can use.
Right.
So it can be dismissed. But it's one of those things where you could say this evidence is redacted from the list or pretty much the jury, but the fact that the jury still knows it, therefore then it's still used as a...
I mean, I totally understand that, like, the 15-year-old could have been being manipulated or something like that. I mean, because, that's what people who are, completely against this say. Oh, what if that guy put a gun up to that 15-year-old girl's head and said, you better tell him we didn't do anything? But it's like, I feel like probably what happened is the mother just yelled at the kid and was like, what the fuck were you doing? And the kid was like, well, we did a little bit of this stuff. And the mother said, that's it, I'm calling the police, and then called the police. I'm just
you gotta
guessing.
think, that actually takes parenting. You have to actually have to parent your kids, and
Right.
people in the U.S. can't do that.
Well,
True.
I don't know. I guess I just don't know how I feel about this, because it's like, I understand that, and I had a good experience. I understand that there are plenty of people who would not have a good experience. And as a society, we can't just blatantly be okay. I understand that. And I understand that this ended up in a courtroom. But I just feel like, I don't know, it just seems to me like just reading this. And then when it says, like, the 15-year-old's comments to investigators were redacted due to privacy concerns. But it's like, whose privacy concerns? The mother's privacy concerns or the 15-year-old's privacy concerns? Because I feel like it was the mother's privacy concerns with this. And it's like, even if the guy has to be punished because, he broke the law here, it's like, I don't know, I guess it just makes me feel sad, because it's like all of these people had their lives destroyed, and there was potentially really nothing that was all that bad going on, even if there was a little bit of stuff. I mean, I have to sit and think, like, when I was 15 and I was, like, doing, weird furry shit, like, I have to say, like, the kids in my high school were on fucking drugs and doing irresponsible shit. Here I am learning how to have protective, like, safe sex, and then there's kids in my high school who are getting pregnant. I don't know. It just makes me feel weird, and reading this just kind of hits home with me, because... I don't know.
I don't know. I view it as one of those gray boundaries that you just don't go near. And I feel like when you put yourself at risk for those boundaries, bad things are bound to happen, especially if you're going from a...
It's really difficult. Yeah, this is such a moral gray thing. But again, that's why I wish you could just sit down with the 15-year-old and just be like, what do you think? And obviously the parents have control in the end, so they would have lost anyway. But I don't know. I really feel bad for this 15-year-old kid especially, and the 20-year-old, where it's like, you've got these shitty parents who, like, won't let you go out and hang out with friends, like the one chick said, my father took away my truck because I wasn't Catholic.
I don't believe in Jesus.
Because I don't believe in Jesus, right? It's, it's like, that just sucks. And it's like, meanwhile, the people you love get locked up in jail and registered as sex offenders, and, and this 15-year-old's probably going to be terrified of them, the furry fandom. And,
what was the wife of the male that was involved? So none of the females got any kind of sex offender...
Yeah, they didn't really talk much about what happened with that.
Because wouldn't the 20-year-old sister be registered as a sex offender?
She told the police that her parents, Catholic, were very controlling. The 20-year-old said her parents never allowed her to spend time with friends growing up. Man.
You said that was a 20-year-old.
That was the 20-year-old, yeah, who said her parents were very controlling. And again, we don't have any comments from the 15-year-old because that's all redacted.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks. I wish I could hear the words of that 15-year-old kid. I wish, like, the 15-year-old could just say, like, no, these are my friends. I don't care. Even if any of these things were happening, it doesn't matter to me. I don't know. And that's the thing, is society's got to go and, oh, no, that's against law. Can't have that. Nope. It's against law. And, meanwhile, it's like these people were just fine. It just sucks. I don't know.
One of those convoluted issues. But see, the one thing that I don't understand is I don't understand how furry came into the aspect of this whole thing.
And that's the truth. Furry really had nothing to do with this. It's almost like the bank account. Why mention it?
I feel like it's just the juicy detail that makes it like, oh, it's spine-tingling, interesting. Oh, these people.
Well, because generally furry has like a bad rap. So like, why don't we throw that in there? I mean, they were furry. I mean, that's kind of like how, but then again, furry is kind of how they all like met each other, I guess.
Somebody commented on the article and said, their lifestyle may be strange and creepy, and his contact with a 15-year-old was definitely way over the line and deserving of punishment. But based on the comments of the mother and her 20-year-old daughter, I hope both of those kids get out of that house soon. The mom sounds like Adam Sandler's mom in Waterboy. It's no wonder the kids were willing to hook up with a Walmart worker wearing a dog costume. Probably beats what was going on at home. Anyone notice how everything seemed okay until the 20-year-old daughter dared to get a bank account the mom couldn't access? Also, why no comments from the father? Maybe he's not quite on board with this crusade as his wife is. I really like that comment. Like, I never see comments on news articles that are that,
Pinpoint.
that was very constructive. That was awesome. Another comment on it says, furries that have sex while on costume are called yiffs. This guy was a yiff and a sexual predator. Predator, reply, I wonder how you know this. Reply, MTV did a show on it. I'm wondering why.
Oh, those yiffs. You never know.
I'm wondering why I saw in another comment you thought dog collars with a 15-year-old girl is a normal fantasy. Same person replies, obviously you've never been to a Black Flag concert. But just yeah. So it's just food for thought, you know? Food for thought about this kind of thing. I gotta say two things from this. One, if you are a young kid and you're in a situation like this, which I was, encrypt your shit, right? You better make sure that no one can come after, no one involved, whether your family or these people, could possibly press any kind of charges, because you have to encrypt your shit and protect what you value if you know that you are pushing those kind of boundaries.
Well, in American subculture, parents can always press charges because until you're the age of 18, you have no legal saying or anything. Which makes me wonder why the 15-year-old, any evidence involving the 15-year-old was completely redacted, so you just have to go by the parent's word.
You just have to go by the parent's word, which it seems like they were kind of controlling and weird. But I would like to say a second thing here, and this is possibly the most important thing to gather out of all of this. If you are a kid and you are in a similar situation and it is not something you like, you feel a little bit weird about it, you feel threatened or something like that, as you can fucking see, society clearly works in your favor. Everything from the parents to the courtroom to the way the charges get pressed to everything. So you can clearly see that you will be very well protected if there is anything going on. So I also have to say, if you're in a situation and it's weird and you don't like it, you can clearly should admit what's going on, and it's not your fault. You should not feel bad for it. In no way should anybody ever be pressured into something like this.
Think of the children and what Jesus would say.
So I'm glad that society works so hard to think of the children kind of thing, but at the same time, it's like, what if the child liked that and had friends and was included and felt comfortable, like they belong? What if they were
I feel like there's two sides to it. There's the side that they actually did something wrong where they shouldn't have, and then definitely deserved the punishment that they had, because they should have been thinking more proactively and smart rather than doing something that is
it's like
in the wrong.
You're hanging out with your older sister and people that they're close to. Like, that almost sounds like kind of a pretty safe way to learn about stuff.
I feel like, to be honest, I don't think anything would have happened if they were around their sister the entire time, because that would just be awkward for sisters. I feel like I don't know too many sisters that are like, oh yeah, let's get naked in front of each other. Oh yeah.
And to be honest, I don't think they were. It doesn't sound. I don't know. It's just. It's such a gray area, and it's just, man.
If I go on the opposing, so there was the side that they actually did something wrong. If I go on the opposing side and I look at it, I feel like the parents feel absolutely mortified the fact that they were introduced to a culture of people that are polyamorous, and therefore feel that it is almost a condemning feature that once they've been exposed to it, they've been exposed to the real world, they have now no control over their children or what they think. So they lose that Christian mentality of, we control you, you can't think for yourself, and then they thought for themselves, and it blew their parents' minds to the point where they can't ever get them back. So they feel like they've been tainted by the Satan, because they've learned that you can have you can have more than just a one person relationship. Yeah. You can have this relationship that is more expansive, that you can have a relationship that's
and then the bank account
under the Judeo-Christian rule of thought that you can only have one man, one woman. The fact that they are now in a polyamorous relationship, their 20-year-old, which now they've already lost control of, and they feel that 20-year-old now has corrupted their sweet little girl, their 15-year-old, to the point where now they know that she's now corrupted. Satan's grip has got her. There's no getting her back. So then the only thing they could do is punish Satan, which is now the gentleman that's
I wish society could just simply, and I know this doesn't really work at a practical level, I wish society could just say, no, the 15-year-old is banished from going near them or something. Obviously, it doesn't work, but I guess that's the part that makes me feel bad too, is it's like, these people had their fucking lives destroyed. And that just sucks. 'Cause, I don't know. Yeah.
In the realm of if it was actually something that they did, that they fucked it up and they did fuck up, then that's a consequence of it. But if they didn't, and it's just the fact that they had gone off parents' words for the jury, again, I don't know how a case works like this and similar aspects of it, because I know it's so convoluted in the U.S. culture of how actual crimes are punished by law. So I mean, the fact that you only got 4 months means that I don't think it was actually.
Yeah, I don't think.
But
'cause
depending
they have
on
no evidence.
what Michigan law is, if they're a person that's because I think it falls under the ideology that if you influence anyone underage of a sexual environment, it's considered, the fact that we're in an area of sexual environment, even though if they've never done anything with the person. It's like one of those things where, they showed their nipples. Well, the sex offender.
So yeah, it's that kind of thing.
But honestly, I feel like it's more so just the parents themselves have lost so much. They feel like they've lost so much control over their children, and they can't therefore blame their children because, parenting. Wow, blame your children for once. Punish your children? Oh no, we can't do that. So what do? We
My children
punish
are
the
innocent.
person. Yeah, my children are innocent.
This guy's a manipulator. Oh, and even what the mother said about the daughter, like, she doesn't know right from wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you. Like, your
got a
daughter's
brain
going
too.
out. She's an adult.
Apparently, I haven't been able to teach my children what right and wrong is. So obviously, my children aren't to blame. It's Satan in the world out there influencing my children because
Obviously,
I can't
this
teach
guy
them
just
anything.
manipulating my children. And don't get me wrong, I do know 30-year-olds who are I know 30-year-olds who are less mature than 15-year-olds in terms of that kind of thing, in terms of being manipulated and stuff like that. But it's like, still, just the way the mother said that, and then the whole bank account thing, it just goes to show. You're in something like this, and you know what you're doing, and you feel like you're in control and you're safe, and crypt your fucking shit because the world is not okay with you. Yeah, lesson. Multiple lessons can be learned from this, I think. So, yeah, you guys want to go on a break?
Certainly.
You guys are
Hail
listening.
Satan.
You guys are listening to FurCast live on XBN. We'll be back after a quick 10 to 15 minute music break.
Don't you know that Satan approves of polyamorous relationships? And
Definitely. If you're in a polyamorous relationship, it's
you're
spiders.
obviously Satan.
Spiders.
Satan spiders.
Satan spiders.
Actually, demons aren't even demons. They're just spiders.
Demon spiders.
You guys are listening to FurCast. As usual, it is burning hot in this room. So we're going to have a bit of an extended break here. I'm going to play this and probably one more track, and then we'll be back after that, of course. Coming up next is most likely fan emails. So if you sent in an email, chances are it will be read on the show. I hope everybody is enjoying. Like I said, if you are not already in the chat room, I said this way earlier, make sure to join furcast.fm/chat.
You're listening to
Ladies and gentlemen,
FurCast.
may I have your attention, please?
Yeah.
Why are you holding back from such a man? Is it the clumpy way he walks?
Or the grumpy way he talks?
Or the pear-shaped, square-shaped weirdness of his feet?
And though we know he washes well, he always ends up sorta smelly. But you'll never meet a fellow who's as
Sensitive and sweet. So he's a bit of a fixer-upper. So he's got a few flaws.
Like his peculiar reindeer.
This thing with the reindeer
that's a little outside of nature's laws. So he's a bit of a fixer-upper, but this we're certain of. You can fix this fixer-upper up with a little bit of love.
Can we please just stop talking about this? We've got a real, actual problem here.
I'll say. So tell me, dear, is it the way that he runs scared?
Or that he's socially impaired?
Or that he only likes to tinkle in the woods? What?
Are you holding back your fondness due to his unmanly blondness?
Or the way he covers up that he's the honest goods? He's just a bit of a fixer-upper. He's got a couple of bugs. His isolation is confirmation of his desperation for healing hugs. So he's a bit of a fixer-upper, but we know what to do. The way to fix up this fixer-upper is to fix him up with you.
Enough! She is engaged to someone else, okay? So she's a bit of a fixer-upper.
That's a minor thing.
Her quote engagement is a flex arrangement.
And by the way, I don't see no ring.
So she's a bit of a fixer-upper. Her brain's a bit betwixt. Get the fiancé out of the way, and the whole thing will be fixed.
We're not saying you can change him, cause people don't really change. We're only saying that love's a force that's powerful and strange. People make bad choices if they're mad or scared or stressed. Throw a little love their way. You'll bring out their best. True love brings out the best. Everyone's a bit of a fixer-upper. That's what it's all about.
Father!
Sister! Brother!
We need each other to raise us up and round us out.
Everyone's a bit of a fixer-upper, but when push comes to shove,
The only fixer-upper fixer that can fix a fixer-upper is
true, 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 true. Love, true love, 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 true love.
Do you, Anna, take Christoph to be your trollfully wedded...
Wait, what?
You're getting married.
Welcome back to FurCast Live on XBN. That was Fixer Upper from the Frozen soundtrack. There's people in the chat room who didn't seem to know that, which is kind of funny because Nerves in the chat room at one point he just posted Frozen, 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 Frozen. For all the people who didn't seem to know, but anyway.
I'm gonna leave.
Big summer blowout.
You're gonna leave? Yeah, did that upset you?
I'm hurt.
You're hurt because we played something from the Frozen soundtrack?
Oh yeah, you weren't there when we went to visit Susan's apartment in the Italian wedding soup, and it was all yoo-hoo, big summer blowout.
No, it was not there.
It's such a
you
good
missed
song,
out
though.
a lot.
The best part of the song is definitely the end part.
fixer-upper fixer that can fix a
Fixer
fixer-upper
Upper is you. Oh, it's true. True, true, true. Love, true love. Love, true love.
Do you?
Actually, there's another part of the song that's worth noting.
Square-shaped weirdness
Sensitive and sweet.
Wait, hold on.
peculiar reindeer.
This thing with the reindeer.
Okay, so this right here. So what's this thing with the reindeer? Listen to that line real quick.
Peculiar reindeer.
This thing with the reindeer
That's a little outside of nature's laws.
Yeah.
Remember we read that article about that?
Bestiality reference. Woo! What? When we read that's right, when we read the article about how Frozen was like evil.
Yep.
Or something, it was like made by Satan or something like that. Yeah, I remember
Frozen
that.
was made by Satan.
That was great.
Spiders, actually.
Spiders.
The web of influence, man, runs deep.
Anyway, so you guys are listening to FurCast. I gotta open the door so that we get a breeze again. Pharaoh, do you want to read an email? I'll let you read an email. You can do that. It'll be all good.
Racing on the segments and rising with the heat. It's gonna take some fan mail to sweep us off our feet. We need an email.
And the people in my house decided to take the fan out of the doorway that was keeping us cool in the studio. So I'm gonna go fix that, and you can start with an email whenever you get a chance. I love how you still... Okay, never mind. So I'm just making a reference, just talking Pharaoh. Yeah. And I know the lower third still says music break. I'll change that to Fanny Mills right here.
I have to read the one email that just came in just because it says, thanks for making my day better. This is Arrow here. I'm a blue fox from Florida.
Oh, god damn it.
I'm spreading. He's kind of more cyan, though, I mean, from your picture. I mean, you seem more cyan than you do blue. I mean, I'm more of a navy dark blue. I'm like my shirt blue.
Shades of blue.
Yeah. Shades make all the difference.
50 Shades of Blue.
When you go deep blue, you never go back. It's that web of influence.
We have the studio to ourselves. Not anymore.
Huh? CJ's scaring me. He's making very sexual advances towards me.
Oh, yeah?
You love it.
What's he doing? What are you doing, CJ?
He wasn't complaining last night.
About, oh. Okay. I don't know what's
I
happening.
don't even remember it. Oh. Obviously, I probably wasn't even awake for it, I guess.
I love looking into your eyes.
Oh, that's sweet.
I just see the stars.
That's gay as fuck. I think it's the gayest thing someone's ever said to me. I like looking into your eyes. It's like looking into the stars.
That's pretty gay.
It'd be a lot gayer if I was like, I like looking in your eyes. I just see dicks. I don't know. That's not even that gay.
No, your first one was really gay.
Or rainbows.
So I have a really fast email.
I didn't finish mine.
Oh, you didn't finish yours?
Start
Jesus Christ. All right, go.
Are you talking about shades of blue? Excuse me. Just wanted to say here, thanks for making my day so much better with FurCast. I must always have the 24/7 archive stream playing it on my headset while I'm at work everywhere, always wondering why I'm so upbeat and suddenly burst out laughing at times. I'm in the Northeast Florida for... You're Florida man?
Oh, God.
Wow. Florida man's a blue fox.
It explains everything.
Oh, my Lord.
Florida man's a blue fox. It explains it.
That's why.
Pretty much nobody around here that's also a fur, so FurCast is especially great to me. Keep up the awesome work, guys.
Awesome. All right, I have a quick email. Long-term question. Hey, FurCast, I've had this question on my mind for quite a while now. Do you get splotches in your vision when you get up too fast after lying down for a certain amount of time? Yes. Last week, I talked about how it got so bad that I had a seizure, and I actually ended up doing a tilt table test where within 3 minutes and 30 seconds, I failed because my blood pressure went from 106/60 to 55/50, and then I fainted. Yeah, no, it's a very common issue. It's basically your body has a problem regulating blood pressure, and you should tell your doctor about it, and they'll probably just advise you to do stuff. They might honestly, you probably just need to eat more salt. But if they read your blood pressure, a lot of times if it's low, you got to remember something about having low blood pressure. Low blood pressure is fine. The problem is, a normal person, if they lose 10 points of blood pressure, they're okay, right? They can keep surviving. They're fine. The problem is, if you lose 10 points of blood pressure, you're fucked. So that's basically the issue, and it's really
I don't know.
common.
My blood pressure apparently was so perfect that the doctors had to write it down.
What?
Like, she said that your blood pressure is so perfect that I'm writing this down for the record.
Oh, cool.
I don't know. I don't understand blood pressure. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. But apparently I have a good heart.
Oh, cool. Well,
I have a strong heart.
That was all that email was. I'm gonna go with.
I want to do a tilt table test. I bet I can last a long time.
It was interesting.
How do you do it? Do you just strap me to this table and then flip it upside down?
It doesn't go upside down.
It doesn't go upside down. That's not how it goes. They actually.
I think they keep you at like a
almost a standing position.
It's like 80 degrees.
Yeah.
And then
like
what do
almost
they do?
up and down. That's it. You stay there.
You stand.
You're standing, yeah.
So I'm confused then. So you don't go upside down. It's just
No. You start laying down. There's like a base that you put your feet on. Then it'll lift you up to about an 80 degree angle, maybe a little more. Like a little more. It's not 90 degrees, but you're like kind of leaning back.
So you're probably wondering, like, well, I could just stand up and I'd be fine, right?
It's not the same.
But it's not the same because you're strapped to the table. So when they lift you up,
Kinky.
all they're doing is they're changing gravity relative to your position, but not actually allowing you to move. And I was really surprised because when they stood the table up, I'm like, oh, okay, is anything really going to happen? 3 minutes later, I fainted. So yeah, it's interesting.
I really want to try this. Where can I get one?
Well, it was I think it was like $500 in my insurance, and
That's
I
the
covered.
foxest thing I've said all night because I said, strap me to a table. I really want to try this.
No, it is very, very fascinating though. But just look up tilt table test when you get a chance online. There's all kinds of videos on it and stuff like that. It's really, really famous old medical trick. It's it's one of the like oldest ones in the book apparently. It's to just test blood pressure issues, I guess.
I want to go in the one thing the astronauts do, where it's like the G-force test.
The G-force
Not
test.
the same thing.
I know it's not the same thing.
Just go on the gravitron.
I said I want to go into it.
Just go on the gravitron.
Can I do the tilt table test? Then can I go just do the gravitron thing? Whatever. What is it called? I don't know.
Gravitron's a
What's
ride.
the G-force?
That's like a.
What's the G-force tester then?
I don't know. I want to do.
You're our Google guy here.
I am Google. Not today. I'm on strike. For today.
He had enough with Vajankle.
Vajankle, and
enough.
with all the other Google searches I've done, I'm ruined.
What are the Google searches even doing?
All right, I have another email here. Would like some advice. Hi, this is the first time I'm writing to you guys and girl. I really enjoy your show, and I believe you crazy furs can help this retriever. Oh, so I'm guessing you're a golden retriever. I'm not
Why
sure.
do it have to be golden?
I don't know.
Why do they have to be golden?
It could just be retriever.
Why can't it be black?
Why can't they be black? Got something against black retrievers? Oh my god.
I'm not sure where to start, so I might as well start at the beginning. It all started...
Somebody in the chat room said racist retrievers.
They retrieve racism?
Whatever the
Racist receivers? So wait, there's racist receivers and racist retrievers? How does this barter system work? Sounds really terrible. I don't want to be involved.
I quit.
I quit.
It's probably all...
I'm not playing this game of fetch.
It's probably all spiders anyway.
Probably.
So it's
Spiders are
all,
all
at
behind
the end of the
this.
day, it's all...
Spiders cause racism.
Spiders probably
Spiders.
cause racism.
The Civil War.
Yeah.
Spiders. Spiders. The Confederate flag.
Confederate legs.
They're all made out of silk, aren't
How many
they?
stars was there? Were there 8 stars?
Oh no. Were there?
Oh,
That'd be so fun.
I don't remember.
I don't know how many stars are on the Confederate flag.
I don't give a shit about the
Watch,
Confederate
there's
flag.
like 16. There's just like 2 spiders going at
Two
it.
spiders. You look at the flag closely, it's like an optical illusion. And when you stare and like, what's those things where you put your eyes up close and you pull the paper away? And it's actually just 2 spiders fighting.
The wow signal, spiders. There's just a spider in the big horn.
What were those optical illusions called that were always in the paper? The mirage things where you had to start up close and it was like peripheral vision, and then you like go like this, and then like it'd appear.
I don't know.
Does that work with the Confederate flag?
I don't know.
Or do you, when you put the Confederate flag over your face, you just become racist?
So basically, we're coming up with the spider Illuminati right here. It's
the web of influence.
The web of influence is what this is called.
Which is pretty much a spider Illuminati.
Wait, web of influence is 3 words, and 3 is 3 sides of a triangle. The Illuminati
Web
spiders.
of influence.
Yeah, web.
World Wide Web.
Dun, dun, dun.
World Wide Web is 3.
It is.
It's all 3. It's all 3 triangles.
It forms a triangle.
Thank you, Sophos, the Magic Eye puzzles.
I'm not sure where to start, so I might as well start at the beginning. It all started when I was a baby. Nah, I'm going to start at the actual problem. Okay, so one of my friends introduced me to one of their friends, and I really like her. She seems to click with me. She's weird, furry, rocker, and a bit of a gamer. Now, okay, rewind a little bit. Before I met her, our mutual friend were in a long distance for a few months until a mistake on my part. He decided to break up with me, which I understand and hold nothing against him. We started talking again recently. We're not getting back together, at least not in the near future. We started talking. We were talking, and he told me about a friend of his who was really weird, and I was intrigued. He gave me her Kik username, and I started talking with her.
What is Kik? I have never. I don't understand.
Oh my god, it's a messaging client, Pharaoh. Jesus Christ, you've asked that like every other show.
I can't keep up with all of them. How many are there now?
Kik has existed for longer than WhatsApp and Telegram combined. I'm pretty sure Kik was one of the first messaging clients for like iOS and Android.
I have a Kik.
I have a Kik. I hate it. I don't use it. I prefer Telegram.
I don't use it.
I just send stickers to people.
I don't have a Telegram.
I know you don't have a Telegram.
It's actually
A
really
lot of
annoying.
people
You're like
keep
the
telling
only.
me.
You're pretty much the only
The
person
only person in the
that
world
doesn't have Telegram right now.
I'm okay with that.
I love Telegram.
It's actually the spiders.
Yeah. Spiders
They
on
started
Telegram.
Telegram.
Spiders can't use Telegram.
Yeah, spiders can't use Telegram. That's one of the reasons. No, anyway. Also, I'm not sure if I'm really bi because the reason that I hate Kik is because it only works on my phone, and any messaging platform that limits me to specifically my phone when there's like 10 computers next to me is stupid. It really bothers me. Really gets on my nerves when it's like, oh, let me just sit here and use this little phone in my hands when there's just 10 computers next to me. And instead, just no. That's what I like about Telegram. It has a fucking desktop client and it has a web client. And I know WhatsApp does, but WhatsApp also isn't free for Android users, and their encryption only works on Android because it's text secure, whereas Telegram actually works on every platform.
Can we
because they
stop
have a
talking
different
about
encryption
messages?
standard anyway.
I hate L.
Also,
Do you want
I'm
a
not
hug?
sure if I'm really bi because I haven't been able to experiment, seeing that I live in a small town with 4 churches. Okay, there's like 20 churches where we live.
Like churches stop by. Like there's like a like a radiation of church.
There's like an electric fence. It stops all the by.
Church radiation. I've
Church
seen
radiation.
it. It's very it's strong. It's a strong force. It keeps the gays out until they broke in. No, they can't keep them out. I don't know.
Thanks, Obama.
Is that Well, Obama made it legal.
But I just mentioned like how religious is specifically the number of churches where you live, because there's a ton of churches around here, but who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's old Polish people down the street who are all fucking Catholic or Protestant maybe and religious, but it's like, who cares?
I can't be bi because there are 4 churches in my town.
Like, I'm not allowed to be bi because there's churches where I live. Like, well, that doesn't. I'm sorry, just saying, it doesn't matter. There's pretty much nowhere you can go in any westernized. Well, okay, I shouldn't say any westernized country. There's pretty much nowhere you can go that's a populated area in either Europe or the U.S. that's not going to have a ton of churches around. Just saying. What? You're looking weird. You're like...
He always looks weird. I mean, that's what...
Wow! I was just giving you the eyes. The eyes.
You don't have the eyes.
So word spreads
sorry,
fast,
sweetie.
and I don't want rumors to spread about me. Okay, but if you're an adult, who cares? Like, if rumors spread... I'm guessing that you're a high school student, and okay, maybe I can understand. Then again, I might be romantically bisexual and sexually straight. I'm not sure. Okay, again, like, okay. I told my mom that I'm a furry, and after saying she didn't care what fetish I had, I told her what furry actually is. I told her that there is a sexual aspect to the fandom, which she said everything does. I love my mom. Anyway, thanks for the advice. I'm sorry for any spelling and grammar errors. Love you guys. Keep this anonymous because I'm not sure if she listens. Who's she, the mother or the, okay, anyway, maybe the girlfriend.
I ain't doing that one again.
Sent from my iPad. Okay, so.
I probably shouldn't respond to this one then.
Couple of things. About your sexuality. I don't mean this in like a mean way, but stop caring. Just go with the flow. Love who you love. Don't worry about it. You know, it'll change over time. Because first of all, here's the thing. Even if you could perfectly, right now, figure out your sexuality, in 10 years, it'll probably be different. Because you'll have new experiences. You'll discover new things about yourself. You're going to meet new interesting people.
Or you'll become like me and be the killer of boners.
Right, or spiders are going to kill all of us, and it won't matter in the long run anyway, because your death is always going to be spiders, and spiders own everything, and spiders control your sexuality.
Maybe I was
So
born
it's
the
like-
anti-boner.
Yeah.
I don't try to be. I just, cause anti-boners.
Are the anti-boner.
But anyway, as
just
for
happens.
you say like, oh, people might spread rumors about me. It's like, okay, maybe like if you're in school, but it's like no one in my entire town knows me except other furries here. Like, I mean, I guess there might be some families that like know of our family because like I have a younger brother and he's in school, so maybe they'd like know. But I mean, who gives a shit? It's just, like I don't fucking care what they think. And I mean, again, when I was in high school, maybe I'd be more concerned. But I happen to be in a high school where it was kind of okay if I was more open about my sexuality. But at the same time, I have to say I learned something when I came out with my sexuality in high school. I learned that it didn't matter because I wasn't interested in anyone in my high school anyway. So it didn't matter who the fuck I was attracted to, males or
Does
females.
anyone really have a long-lasting dating relationship from someone from high school?
Maybe, but it's more the fact that like I didn't care about any of those people anyway. So it was like, why even bother being out about my sexuality to people that I have no interest in associating with? I don't know. Just everybody has their own experiences. Everybody needs to figure it out. As for the girlfriend thing, wait, okay, so she's clicked me. She's really okay. All right, so I'm not sure if you were asking for advice on the girlfriend thing or not. I really don't know. So I'm just gonna keep going. So my first question is, am I wishing for too much, and is this just the unconditional love I tend to have with friends?
I mean, as you start getting closer friends, I mean, look at what our group of friends are. Like, it becomes where we just become really awkward with each other as much as possible to make other people feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
That sounds about our friendship. Like with our whole group of friends, like Sozin, everyone. Like we just
train wreck.
Yeah. We just cause like a train wreck to happen. Everyone just stares and like wonders what happened to us.
And we just laugh.
I mean,
and our sphere of influence just corrupts more.
It's really difficult for me when I read these emails because I know I'm the odd one out and I'm like the relationship anarchist. So you probably shouldn't take advice from me, but I just kind of, I don't know. I'll say this. Even if you like the concept of relationship anarchism, you like the concept of just loving people, not putting labels on it, or the alternative relationship styles, even polygamy, stuff like that. Here's the thing I have to say. I had normal, monogamous, typical standard relationships too. And of course, there was all kinds of drama and there was always problems. But I have to say, I learned a lot from that. So even though
you're the anarchist, and I feel like I'm still one of the monogamistic ones here, but I still prefer just having my mate. I mean,
what I mean to say is that relationship style, even if it doesn't work for you, that's almost a good thing because then you learn things about yourself, how you deal with people, how you deal with drama, right? Like it's kind of like if you just avoid people for your entire life and you're like, hey, now I have to never deal with people. It's like, okay, great. But like locking yourself in a room for 20 years isn't going to make you evolve socially, right? Yes, you're going to have problems. Yes, you're going to have fights with people. Yes, there's going to be drama, but that's also what builds you as a person. So there's nothing wrong with the fact that, you have struggles in your relationships or they fail or there's weird things. And, it's useful to consider the alternative formats, but at the same time, it's like, you got to learn somehow.
I just don't really follow any kind of predefined features of relationships. So the fact that I've been with my mate for so long now, like if she wanted to do something with someone else.
You're in a relationship?
Yeah.
You have a wife?
What? Yeah.
What?
Well, for instance, how long have you been married?
Are you serious?
4 years now? 5? 4?
4? I feel like you've been married for at least 4 years. I noticed, you don't wear a ring, for instance.
Nope.
Because you just don't care.
Yep. Neither of us do.
The first time I hung out with you was when we went to Suzy Q's when weren't you going to get your marriage license?
I think so.
Yeah, it was right after we left Suzy Q's.
Yeah,
they went
downtown.
I remember that.
That was the very first time I've ever hung out with you.
No.
Really?
No, way before that.
You sure?
I met you way before you even had a suit, remember?
I met you before you had a suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember when you weren't a pink little bitch? Yeah, I remember that time.
Wow.
Remember that time you said that you would never drink alcohol at cons? Yeah, I remember that too. I remember that. Wow, what was that?
I remember that.
Yeah, the times where you were like, yeah, I'm not going to drink booze at a convention. No, that's not my type of game. I just go there for the fun. Look at you now.
Now I have no words.
So, Pharaoh, when are you moving into a house with a white picket fence, a dog, and kids?
And 2 children. 3 children. And a minivan.
Yes, and a minivan.
And
a dog.
But the dog has to be a golden retriever. Not a black one. It's got to be golden.
I'd sooner probably cut off my balls before living that lifestyle.
Good. Well, I might be moving in with you and your wife at some point within the next year or two, so...
Yeah, well, you just have to find a house.
Yeah, we do need to find a house.
So we can build a studio, which is like their main goal. I like how it's like, oh yeah, move out. Why? Because we need to build a studio. We need to make it bigger, better, faster, stronger, more cameras, more computers.
Anyway, any of you guys got another email?
I don't. But you should put like fog in.
Actually, it's 10:47. We should probably.
Can I add to the comment?
No, you know what we could do? We could fill up the room with fog and then open the door and be like, "Welcome to the cloud."
Or just get a bunch of people that smoke, what's it called?
Oh,
mouth fedoras.
Mouth fedoras.
That's vape, bro.
That's what vape, yeah.
There's a bunch of vapors in here. Pardon me, the vapors. Also, can I add to this? One of the things I wanted to mention is I always find it funny is hanging out with furs that have always been pre-established in the furry community. I love hanging out with new furs just because I love the reactions. I don't know. I'm one not to be not to be mean at all. Because I love introducing new furs.
You know what I mean? Like just show getting to see their face when they find out just how awesome everything is.
No, not even that aspect, but I could always tell when you meet up with a new furry that hasn't really kind of dove into what furry is, or they're on the outskirts of it. So they're afraid to admit they're furry, or they're afraid to kind of even express that they are furry, because like even at the party like last night, it was funny because this has happened. Like this was one of the instances, but it's happened so many times before that I've hung out with people, and then there'll be one person that's like, "Oh yeah, I'm new to the fandom," and they're like, "So, do people know?" Excuse me, what? Do people know you're furry? I have to like hide it, and it's like,
That happened
furry,
last night?
me? Yeah, I'm furry.
That happened last night.
Yeah, it did.
With who?
One of the individuals that was there. I'm not gonna say names.
Oh, that's fine. Tell me later.
But it's just always funny because like even just in general, like it's strange because I know a time where like even I was like that, like way back when I first joined. I mean, I feel like we all start there, but it's always funny just seeing like when the new generation comes into the fandom.
It makes you remember.
It does make you remember. It's funny how like they're so secretive about it. Like, oh,
I remember that
what
too.
happens if someone finds out? And it's like, to be honest, when I was younger though, I never really cared. Like I was blatantly, I wasn't obvious. I didn't go out and be like, oh, I'm wearing a tail because I want everyone to notice me.
Were you out about being blue?
I was very blue.
Mom, Dad, I'm blue.
I'm blue. My parents will just buy me blue things now. I've learned this. Like they'll be like, that would look really good on you, and they'll just buy me blue things.
That's ridiculous.
Did your mom buy you that shirt?
No, I bought this shirt. Thank you very much. But your mom's bought me a lot of things.
Oh. I'll see you later, CJ.
Bye. Start. Go away. Suck a dick.
Know what your mom will. Oh, what? Yeah, just sit there and take it like your mother. Speechless, I see.
Don't hit your brakes too hard on the way home.
Nice.
But I don't know. I mean,
I'm joking. I actually got here at 7:30. I walked in at 7:45 because I was busy doing something
try to drift away from me.
under your car. You might want to take a look.
You know what? I know Farrah's gonna make a really mean yo mom joke tonight, so I'm gonna just fuck with this
I knew
car.
it. I knew it.
Knew it ahead of time.
You know what? I'm gonna take out your e-brake so you can't drift anymore.
That's fine. I have two of them.
I'll take out
I have a
both.
spare. You won't even touch the other one. You don't even know where to start.
What would you do if you couldn't drift?
I don't need my e-brake to drift anyways, bitch.
Oh, okay.
He has a rear-wheel drive car.
I'll cut your legs off, bitch.
That's fine. There's a guy who doesn't have legs and he drifts.
And you'll have to wear
made-
Paul.
He made hand controls. What?
What?
I'll wear Paul. I'll wear the shit out of Paul.
Well, we also have.
I'm gonna buy one of the sexy legs too.
You can also get one of those legs off the website. Yeah.
I'm gonna buy a vajankle.
I'll cut off your foot so
A
you can
white
slip
one.
your like nub into the vajankle.
Are we done yet?
I really hope so.
Because this is just gonna keep going.
I'll always keep going. I never stop. That's my wife.
Okay. I think we're done.
I'll just keep going. I got these. I'll do this all night. I don't even care.
Yeah, we get it. Yeah, you're blue. Okay.
Never stop. Never
look-
pull out, and never look back.
Yep. 3 models in life. Never stop.
Everybody live by that.
Never stop. Never pull out. Never look back.
That can be applied to way too many things.
See, that's how you gotta live.
I like how it started with never pull out. That was the original thing that we had. Was it? I can't remember.
It was something on road trip.
Road trip
Something
stories.
happened.
Arc
Never
my
pull
car.
out.
Yeah. Never pull.
Never pull out happened. I don't even know where the other two came from. Never look back, and I don't know. I don't know really. Just convention shit usually.
I don't know where half the shit that we come up with comes up with. It's just mental breakdown of retardism. I wanted to read one more email before we
Are
left.
you gonna read another email?
Just one more.
You sure?
Yeah. One more email.
All right. Yeah. Well, go ahead.
First, can I just do this one because I thought this was funny? Because it just says, teenage drama and one possible discussion topic. Hello, FurCast animal people. I'm a lovely Wolfie or...
I think they sent their email before they finished it.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's all. There's a lot of discussion in this. It's a lot of teenage drama, too.
Oh, I got a lot of stuff to discuss,
I
guys.
understand that the dilemma of teenage drama
Yeah, I just
affects
want to
the
remind you
soul.
guys that it is Sunday. Oh, that's right. You're off on work tomorrow.
I know.
Fuck you.
I'm not. I have to be up at 6:15.
I have to be up really early.
I don't.
For once.
I know, right?
Yeah, I have to be up at like 6 in the morning tomorrow.
This happiness that I have with not having.
All right, okay. Can we read that next email? Go.
But this is teenage drama. There's a lot to discuss here. I mean, it's implied knowledge that you need to understand that they didn't even put ellipses.
Was this the other email?
That was one I just really wanted to look at it real quickly.
Okay.
But
you had another one?
I didn't have another one. I wanted to read another one.
But it's almost 11 p.m.
Yeah, and?
Yes, and I'm tired, and we have work tomorrow, and I'm still hungry and want to get food. Plus post-show. We should probably let people call in and stuff.
Well, then I'll read something
Okay,
quick.
read something really short.
I'll just pick a random one and read it.
Okay, go.
Because I wanted to read more than just
It's going to be like 8 paragraphs.
30 paragraphs later.
A book.
New listener. I'm so sorry. The things you have heard tonight.
Wow, we're still getting new listeners? Man, we're really fucking people up.
We apologize.
Yeah.
Aren't we conflicting with paw pets tonight?
Okay, read the email.
Are we taking over?
Read the email.
What email? This one?
All right, well, that's it for FurCast tonight.
Hello! 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 Hi! Hello! I still want to buy you a moan gun right now. The next invention.
I have Monar. Now we need a moan gun. I shoot moans at people.
The moan shooter. I would fucking die. So I can't even read this email because now all I can think of is him turning and then like rapid fire, like oh my god.
Okay.
Can we make this? This needs to be a thing. We need to make a moan gun.
It'd be so easy to make it too.
We can record everything here. There'll be different versions. There'll be the CJ version, which obviously is the leak. Will there be different settings? Like you turn the knob for intensity?
Like
really, really light one, like a. Then you like
Is that like mid?
I can't even do like full on right now.
I can't do full on moan right now.
It's Sunday. It's Sunday. That's only a Saturday thing.
It's almost Monday.
It's almost Monday.
Monday morning.
No.
Just wanted to say I recently started listening to y'all's show. And I have to say, it's some kind of weird but funny, nevertheless. Yep, welcome to my life. I live in East Texas, so I don't really know when you'd get this message, but I would like to say, for the record, next to the Michael Berry show, this is my second favorite talk show in history. So if y'all get this, I just want to let you know that yes, you have a listener here in Texas, and God bless you all. Respectfully, Moreland Labe, the alligator.
There we go.
We have a lot of Texas listeners, actually.
We do.
We have a lot of listeners. You know what we need to do? So I feel like we really
end the
need
show.
to do
Is that
this.
what we need to do?
We definitely probably need to end the show. We need to get like if and when we do finally get a real studio, we need a wall map, like a nice size wall map where we just put pins.
We just put pins wherever people are from. Yeah.
Yep, and we'll do every single time. We'll make our own furry map of listeners.
You guys are listening to FurCast live on XBN, and this is the end of the podcast recording and the YouTube recording, which, by the way, is fucked up. It's probably not going to be on YouTube. Sorry. YouTube recording fucked up. Hard drive filled up, that's why.
Shit.
Yep, hard drive filled up. I already fixed it and restarted it, but I think it missed a whole section of the show.
Well, sadness. Well, maybe someone recorded the show themselves.
Well, the video. I have the audio recording, just not the video.
Yeah, we always have the audio recording. Well, I mean, the audio recording is what
I mean, I
matters.
could still put it up. It's just there'd just be a section missing. I don't know. I'll think about it.
It'll just the tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
All right,
10%.
guys.
It's just a tiny tip of it.
I've been your host this evening, Paradox the Red Wolf.
I have been your fabulous Blue Fox host and definitely deranged host filled with evil and spiders. Definitely spiders. Pharaoh.
I've been your vajankle host, CJ.
I've been your, what was it, from AC. I'm Blue Fox with one white paw.
Hot sausage.
Hot sausage.
Why am I friends with either of you? All right. Well,
Remember
thanks.
that day when you found me?
I remember that. I found you on IFPL back in the day. That's
You must regret that every day of your life.
maybe a little bit. I think the listing was blue too.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I just remember. I still have the chat logs from when we met. I have the chat logs from my AIM client.
I fucking die every time you bring
and
those
it's funny
up.
because every time, like when I first, okay, so guys, when I first met Pharaoh, I was like, oh, hugs or whatever, and Pharaoh's like, yeah, okay. And I'm like, oh, you don't like hugs? And he's like, kind of whatever. So like every time I tried to like be a little bit more
He
intimate,
would be full furry, and I would just be like, okay.
The beginning of the anti-boner.
I started it. No, but
The
I mean,
prequel.
but it was like you were always.
I wish you could bring it up because he'd be like, nuzzle. I'd be like, yeah, have a nice night. That was how our conversations went. Like he was full fucking furry.
Yeah, Pharaoh turned down every single one of my hugs. You always turned down my hugs. You would never let me hug you.
Oh God, sorry.
It was really sad. And that's how I met Pharaoh. He wouldn't hug me.
I wouldn't respond with e-hugs. I just left you.
You were like, oh,
hugless. Okay. Left you hugless and alone.
I'd be like, hugs, hey, I hope you have a good night. And you would just be like, bye. Fucking Pharaoh.
Oh,
Anyway.
our relationship.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. No Friday Night Tech next week because it was this weekend. I still haven't posted it yet. Thank you to everybody who supports us, everybody who donates, everybody who participates and everything like that. Thank you to all of you who tuned in tonight on the wrong day. I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's Saturday. Yeah, it was good stuff.
Saturday night.
Saturday night. All right, sorry.
Why haven't we recorded any car music videos yet?
No, we haven't. It's very disappointing.
Oh my God. But yeah, I mean, I think for all people that put up with our random bullshit, nuts, absolutely deranged mentality of the everything, pure crazy just pouring out of our mouths.
Spiders.
No, the web of influence.
This is the Zana Broadcasting Network.
Reindeer